Now active. Gonna wait a little bit, make sure the sound's good, make sure it's streaming over on Twitch. We have a little time to spare. For anyone who's popping up now, how's it going? And there it goes. Alright, take a deep breath. Sorry, I just had lunch, so still having the after effects there. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Premier Drafts of Midnight Hunt. So last time, we got Renin 7 in our first pack, and so we got 7 wins. So far that means our win rate is 6.5, for this format, which is fantastic. That is far beyond what it should be. Hopefully that just shows that we are deserving of Mythic rank instead of Platinum and Gold like I've been stuck in. Mostly just because you have to play so much to get up the ladder is my argument, but oh well. We still move forward. We still haven't seen red. We've seen green, black, and blue, white. I'm not going to force red. I'm just going to force whatever color comes to me, but I think we just start on up. Confirm purchase. If this goes fast enough, we might be able to get a second draft today, because our second game that I usually play, we only have one more left. It might be an hour at most. Alright, everyone made it through. And let's see what cards we have. Smoldering Egg is great if we had a spells deck. If we could get a lot of spells, Smoldering Egg would be amazing. But we have Morbid Opportunist. Morbid Opportunist has been a house. You play it, decayed tokens suddenly start drawing you cards, and anytime there's like there's a trade or a combat trick, you draw a card. It's a 3 mana, you treat it as an enchantment that can get destroyed, and it's just an insane value engine. Insane value engine. Play with Fire is fine. Certified Captain is great. Organ Hoarder is great. Moongrazer Slash would be good, but, like, I don't even care if I don't get this Defenestrate. I got Morbid Opportunist. That's, like, that might just be enough to go to splash black. Like, it's insane. There's a lot of good cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. So yeah, if any of those 6 cards come back around, it's kind of showing of what colors are taken, or not taken. Seize the Storm, kind of needs you to have... I did not realize the suckers have Trample, that's good to know. Alright, Odric's Outrider. Well, we have another one of our creature you control dies, so that might actually be worthwhile with Morbid Opportunist. Gavany Ironsmith is also pretty good. Defenestrate's a kill spell if we want to just be real safe. Sungold Barrage is toughness, kill spell. So kill spell, kill spell, kill spell. Value engine. These are both like low cost value engines that both ask for the same theme, which is a lot of creatures dying. I'm gonna go for it. We'll probably end up being Orzhov if things go perfectly. I don't think things are going perfectly. We really got no signals here, so I'm going to grab Odric's Outrider, and we'll just see what happens. There's definitely some kill spells wandering around, so whichever direction we go. Oh, this has to be creatures you control. This is just whatever more creatures die. Alright. Eaten Alive. So I'm going to... So let's see. I don't like Corpse Cobble. Spellrune Pater is more for the instant sorcery deck, which kind of seem to not be, nor are we kind of heading towards. Candle Trap did not perform as well as I hoped. Turns out you really need to have Coven to have this ability. 4 mana removal is fantastic. 1 mana Defender, sometimes that will allow them to just get back into the game, and then just use that as sacrifice fodder. So 4 mana removal makes this great, but this is 1 mana removal or 5 mana removal, and that 1 mana removal allows it to trigger both of these effects should we get the token synergy, and we're looking for token synergy right now, so let's just leverage this possibility. Ritual of Hope, nice little pump spell, allows us to possibly finish them up. No Way Out, Blood Pact. White seems to be consumed. Either this was a bad pack for white, or someone's just trying to signal to us, hey, I'm taking white, get out of my way. Whichever way it is, I think I'd rather take the No Way one of these two than the Ritual of Hope. I dare you to make a deck with the worst possible cards per pack. A little late, and not one I will go to Quick Draft for that. Not Premier Draft. In Premier Draft, I will end up getting, like, wrecked every, going 0-3 every time. Quick Draft, it's cheaper, so I could actually afford to do that a bit more. I could just go Locked in the Cemetery for security. I'm gonna go with No Way Out, just because discard's fine, and it gives you Decay. Yeah, this is a Premier Draft, not in... Premier sounds expensive, it's twice as expensive as a non-Premier Draft. Alright. Blessed Defiance. Ritual Guardian. So neither of these seem particularly strong. I might... I think I'm really just going to take the Evolving Wilds just in case I want to splash, because I'm not, like, excited about running a Ritual Guardian, and I'm definitely not excited about running a Blessed Defiance. Blessed Defiance is, like, the thing is, this relies on your character dying. That life gain has to be valuable, and I don't see how that life gain becomes valuable. You have to be in a very close race for Blessed Defiance to really be putting in the work, and I don't like that. So I'm going to Evolving Wilds instead. I guess you could put it on a zombie token as it attacks in, but, like, then they have to block a zombie token, and, like, there's just a lot of things that have to go right. Alright. Rotten Reunion, Startle. Okay, because I think the Evolving Wilds, do I want to go blue with Firmament Sage? Green with Path to the Festival and Dawnheart Rejuvenator? Do I just want to... Because if I go blue, I could get Firmament Sage, which seems great. I could get Startle, or these two that seem good. Rotten Reunion will play one in our deck, but I don't want to get it pack one. It's not a card that I'm like, ooh, we got Rotten Reunion, boys! No. It's a pretty bad... You play it because you have to. Startle actually seems pretty fine. I'm gonna go with a Firmament Sage, see if we can end up going blue. But yeah, none of the other cards are exciting. I think someone else is competing for these colors, so I'm going to jump into blue to try to escape, should these go wrong. We could go Jack-O-Lantern. That is just basically allow us to do the splash more easily. Alternatively, we grab Locked in the Cemetery as a removal. I think I'm going to have to go with that. Otherwise, Covetous Castaway, mill cards, and get a 5-mana 3/4. You know, honestly, it's a creature. I'm going to try out the Covetous Castaway if it comes up. Alright, Sanctifier, Devious Cover-Up. I don't want to go doubles color in any of these because I just don't... Like, it's not a thing you want to do because when you're 3 colors, because getting 2 blue is a lot harder than getting 1. Devious Cover-Up would be pretty cool. I'm not really excited about any of these cards here. Larder Zombie might be the pick. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Larder Zombies. That's probably a really bad decision, honestly. Alright, back in this, the Locked in the Cemetery making it around tells me that blue is pretty open, even if it shouldn't be open. Alright, you just took a nap, gotta wake up a bit. Alright, take care of yourself, man. Alright. Harvesthide Infiltrator make it through also says that that's pretty good. But this was my pack. My pack was pretty darn good. I know someone has the red instant sorcery deck that I have to deal with. Kettlegrove Witch is just a 2-drop. It's in our colors. Assuming... We might be blue-black splashing in white. We might... You know what? We might be black-blue splashing in green or black-green splashing blue. Now that I look and I realize we have 2 white cards, and someone's been taking white. I'm going to take the Dawnheart Rejuvenator. I'm going to... Ew. I can't think... What would I even want? Alright. Yeah, I think white... Someone's taking the whites. We can't fight for... We're not fighting for white with that guy, whoever they are. So it looks like, of all things, we had more blue at the end there than any other color. Well, that's good to notice. And green was available, so we might just end up being blue-green. Okay, no, we're black. We have black at us. Alright, yep. So, let me just put it this way. This is a 6-mana, 6/6 Flying Trample. Great card. Oh, look at that. You can cast spells from your graveyard by paying life. Oh, look at that. You could use sacrifice outlets to mill your opponents. None of those were necessary. This is, yeah, so this is picked, and we're gaining a black card, whether it's Olivia's Defenestrate, like, we'll probably end up getting the Diagraph Horde after everyone takes what they want, and then we could grab the Duel for Dominance otherwise. But, yeah. Black and green is beloved in this pack. We have a Lore of the Forsaken to help take care of that. Well, we definitely are choosing weird colors. The color patterns isn't obvious, other than red and white seem to be game taken. I'm not even sure about that red. Ominous Roost involves more flashback, which we don't really have. The person in white is to my right, so I don't want to really compete with him over there. Arrogant Outlaw. Wow, our curve's like, look at that perfect curve, basically. Oh, it's just 2 of each. Got it. Got it. Alright. I don't really like Larder Zombie or any of those. So it's either, do I pick my first Blood Pact? Alright, I guess this is the first one. I mean, the first one, I think I might pick it. Duel for Dominance otherwise. I'm going to try the Duel for Dominance. I think we could go 3 color. We have Evolving Wilds and a Dawnheart Rejuvenator. So I think we can go 3 colors and be fine. So I'm going to grab the Duel for Dominance and just try to grab the best. Yeah, that's my plan. I'm going to grab the best Golgari cards I can. And from there, we'll figure out what colors we are. So, Rootcoil Creeper seems to be the card. Though we do not have flashback yet. But doesn't matter because it's a 2-drop with... Yeah. So, Covetous Creeper can help us... Like, it doesn't really have any flashback, but does actually allow us to play Covetous Castaway. And otherwise, it's a 2-mana... It's a bear that then also can tap for a mana of any color. So this is the best card. Basically say, hey, we're Golgari, don't mess with us. This is my colors. And it could end up not working, but oh well. We'll figure it out. Alright, Loyal Griff. Oof. Geast Wave. Wait, don't I? Yeah, I have a Shadow Beast sign. Why did I not? Because I didn't think I was green at first. That's why I didn't have it. Well, yeah. Shadow Beast sighting. I think if I grab a second Shadow Beast sign, I'm basically done with 4 drops. Which is actually great with Rootcoil Creeper. So I think we're grabbing the Shadow Beast sighting. Am I okay if I just rip out black? I think if I'm not... Yeah, I think if I don't get any of the good black cards, any, like, more good black cards, like Dreadhound, which is insane. Well, black's our top end. Yep. Dreadhound has been winning games against me. So, we have these 2 which want me to go blue-black, and then I have these cards that want me to go black, blue, green. So, I think we're just going to try to do 2 color, see how it pans. Pestilent Wolf is a 2-drop. Ecstatic Awakener. Look, I have enough sacrifice outlets. I need creatures to sacrifice at this point. And a Pestilent Wolf is a 2-drop, which can actually allow me to just do Theeds away the Ecstatic Awakener can't. Not that it's bad, just that it's not what I need right now. Alright. Did some push-ups. That's going to act as your nap. Hope for the best, man. 10 creatures, 6 non-creatures. And 2 of those non-creatures are Shadow Beast sightings, so they're actually creatures. My top end's done. 2 Dreadhounds, a Lord of the Forsaken, and 2 Shadow Beast sightings. Our top end is complete. We now just want to make sure we don't die. So much so that even though Grizzly Gal is a better card on rates, Hobbled Zombie is better for what I need right now. I need creatures that help me not die so I could get to my 6 drops to win. And then I need creatures to die. So this guy is a 3-drop that helps me not die, and then it brings out a little token to kill. So that's the better card, even though it's not better in general, it's better for this position. Kill spell. Why not take the kill spell? Otherwise, Tireless Hauler, again, good card, but look at our top end. And I actually want to get rid of that. I'm okay having no 5 drops. The 6 drops more than make up for it. Right here, it's basically just Blood Pact. I can't think, like, Ominous Roost, can I even... It is Sacrifice Outlets, and I have 2 flashback cards already. I'm going to speculate for the Ominous Roost. I'm not sure I'll play it, though. Alright. Arrogant Outlaw to gain me some life, or Crawl from the Cellar to flashback. Okay. Sounds good. We'll try the Crawl from the Cellar. Not sure if this is going as I need it to, but we're getting cards. Interesting. Red's pretty open. That went in the sideboard, right? Good. Pax Betrayal make it this far, huh? Hollowed Respite. Not really. So you have to be in specific colors, and it's not even that good for those colors. So Burn the Accursed is great, but not on our colors. Crossroads Candle Guide, Siege Zombie, Crawl from the Cellar. We are actually having a lot of cards that make Crawl from the Cellar better than it's supposed to be. I might want the Crawl from the Cellar, even though it's not generally good for this kind of deck. We have a Component Collector. Component Collector is a 3-drop. It better fits our curve, and it's a lot better at making us not die. For 2-drops, let me look at my 2-drops real fast. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I could probably use another 2-drop later. Okay. So, which of these do I want? Lear, Disciple of the Drowned. I mean, I think we have to go Lear. It allows us to bring back our Olivia's Midnight Ambush. It allows us to bring back our Eaten Alive. It allows us to bring back our No Way Out. It allows us cheaper Shadow Beast sightings. Like, yeah. Yep, you have to go with the Mythic. So we have 2 Mythics at the top end. Alright. Well. I mean, I have to go with this. I mean, Shadow Beast Sight, as I said, is fantastic, especially with that. Raw Reunion actually works for our deck. Like, this pack, if I could just grab this pack and end this, I'd be like, heck yes, let's do it. What game is this? This is Magic the Gathering. I'm doing a draft format, so I have to pick just what cards are offered to me. And it looks like we're going to try out 3-color... basically Golgari live to the big killer thieves, because that's what's being offered to us. Alright. I think I need the Bird Admirer just to, because my solution to flyers is nothing. Kill them, I guess. Hound Tamer's pretty nice, but I'd rather just get the Bird Admirer. I could grab the Path to the Festival later. Drown Yard Amalgam, I already have a top end taken care of. No Way Out seems pretty nice. I'm going to go with Bird Admirer, though. Yeah, I made sure that all the chats could be seen on my screen so that people don't have to fight for that. Another kill spell. This card's pretty nice, but, like, this is a kill spell, and it works better with some of our cards. Like, Galcarler's Harvest. How many creatures are in my deck? 16. I don't exactly plan for them to die, though, so... Just a question of Scab Wrangler, Galcarler's Harvest, Diagraph Horde. I'll grab the Diagraph in case I decide I need another 5-drop. Alright, Corpse Cobble, not interested. Mysterious Tome or Component Collector? So Mysterious Tome is going to act as a win condition in the late game, but I think I have enough of those. Component Collector is going to help slow them down, but not as well as I might hope. I'll try this out. This is the harder card. Comes September 28th. Correct. Yep, the next patch for Whoa, I guess red-white was a bit more open than I expected. Well, none of these cards do I really want to play. I'm going to grab the Galvanic Iteration, because I have a deck in my, basically all the cards go into your, general cards owned, and I might have a deck for that one. So. And for the same reasoning, I think I might grab this Field of Ruin. Yeah, I'm just going to sideboard this Field of Ruin. Darnheart Rejuvenator or another Shadow Beast sighting. We already have 2 Shadow Beast sightings. We know they're fantastic. And it auto-selected the Shadow Beast sighting. I'm happy with it. Path to the Festival, just in case. We do have a 3-color deck. Shady Traveler, 3-drop. And we're going to have to be ripping a lot of cards out. I have the old ways. I'm not going to bank on getting those effects. So, okay. We have a deck. Or we have cards for a deck. Let's put it that way. Oof. Don't really care about the larger zombie. Don't really care about the Covetous Castaway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That definitely makes us a controlling deck. Let's see. The Ominous Roost. Whenever you cast a spell from a graveyard. Alright. So they really would only be sacrifice outlets for my Shadow Beast Cytides. Leer, it becomes amazing with Leer, because then everything starts getting pulled out of my grave. The 2 Dead Dreadhounds and the Lord of the Forsaken are great. I might actually... Yeah, I'm going to knock out a Dreadhound because I have enough top end as is. Shady Traveler just doesn't work with the strategy of the deck. And yeah, it might just be Ominous Roots, or I think it's Firmament Sage. That gives us a slightly better curve. So many good cards, and I'm sure someone watching is just like, no, you should put this card in your deck because it's better for your curve, or you should put this card in your deck so your top end's amazing, or this card because you can make it work. I'm sure there's going to be feeds like that. But I think I'm going to be going with this. I just realized this actually acts as mana fixing to an extent, because I could, if I need a second black, I could like tap a swamp, then tap a forest, spend the forest to untap the swamp, tap it for another swamp. So it doesn't add a mana like Dawnheart Rejuvenator, but it can add colors like Dawnheart Rejuvenator. Leer, Ominous Roost might be a mistake. It does make a token immediately. It does act as a win condition. So that is something. This is a weird deck. Forsaken Golgar. Forsaken, what's the name of it? Forsaken Sultai. Because, yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on that I have to just kind of figure out as I go. But when they work, oh boy, they work. You know what? Think about how this format has been working. I think I'm going to put back in the Dreadhound and pull out... The Path of the Festival is going to allow us to do that, so... I think I put the Component Collector. Let's try it. So this way, Birdmire is the only thing that works with day and night. So, generally speaking, day and night will not occur unless I make it, and when I do, we'll try it. We will try this. Eaten Alive, even if it's bad as a sacrifice outlet, because I don't have many zombies, it is a 5-mana kill spell. And I have Leer to play it again. Yeah, these are kind of the costly. The fact that I'm playing a 3-color deck, I have a double green, a double green, a double blue, and 3 double blacks is really concerning. But we're going to hope that this all pans out. Whew. We will try, just so anyone knows, I am perfectly fine having to switch out, work through this deck, and fix it up if things go south. But just like there's so much value in here, honestly, with all this value, I probably could just... We're going to play the first game, and then we might just rip out the Dreadhound once more, because we don't need... You know, you only need so many top ends, and so I want to make sure I don't overload myself and get aggroed out. Well, seems like we're having a little trouble finding an opponent. Nonetheless, we get to see the little tapping at the window. I just realized how creepy that art is. It's like, you know, you're usually expecting the tree tapping at the window, and it is. It's just really tapping. It's scraping the window apart. It's breaking in. The tree tapping at the window is the issue you have to concern yourself with. Interesting. Oof. There we are. Just wait for a few minutes. Why, bird? Why, bird? Why? Alright. Well, we have a root coil creeper that adds mana of any color. Okay. That will allow us to play Sereth, which will allow us to get the colors we need for Olivia, and... so this actually works. Okay. This proof 3 colors can work. We're making it work. If they don't kill my recoil creeper, that is. Alright. Alright. So I could play Bird and Mire. My own. I could attack with Root Coil Creeper if I want, or I can leave it to Midnight Ambush something. Or duel for dominance something. Yeah, we could duel for dominance. Attack. Okay, I like that. Alright. So we have 3 different powers. Target a creature I control. Target a creature I don't control. There we are. And now I get an attack in. And we have a hexproofing Bird Admirer. Whew. Being alive, we can use this to pay the additional mana cost. We also have Olivia's Midnight Hunt. We have a lot of options, and that's pretty awesome. Alright, that's really good for them. Not enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. Unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to attack with both. This gives it Death Touch, so the blocking is even good for it. And then, alternatively, I could tap this for black, Eaten Alive this, and attack with these two to deal 5 more damage. I like starting with this and seeing how they respond, because there's no reason... Alright, I have a color, black. Pay 3. Get out of my way. Flipping's actually worse for me right now, I feel. So I'm going to just keep applying pressure. I have a 1/4 Death Toucher. I have a 4/5 that's they really need to kill. If I draw a land, I get Dreadhound. As long as they don't kill my Coil Creeper. If I draw a land, I get Dreadhound. Dreadhound will definitely speed up the clock. Funny thing is, if this flips, I actually get into a better position. Alright. So I'm going to attack with these two. And we're going to let turn to night. They'll discard 2 cards, and will Olivia's Midnight Ambush the Faneblade Eviscerator after it tries to attack and get pumped, is my guess. Alright. So they put a Seize of the Storm in the grave, but they can't really cast it, as well as a land. Yeah, I'm not blocking with the Recoil Creeper. I'm fine with that. Now these are vampires, so the vampire trigger won't wreck me. Alright. Which one's more threatening? A 6/5 or a 4/5 that could get bigger? I think the 6/5 for now. Because the 4/5 can't get bigger yet. And we're about attacking with a bunch of Death Touchers. Yeah, these both have Death Touch, so if I attack with all and they block here, they go to 1 health. And if they block... Yeah. No good blocks on their part. There we are. Even though we had reduced lands, we managed. And yeah, I think we have, with the flashback and all those effects, enough top end that I can get rid of one of the Dreadhounds. I could probably get rid of the Ominous Roost as well. What do I want to put in its place? Locked in the Cemetery, Diagraph. You know what? Yeah, let's grab Diagraph Horde. Get ourselves a big guy that works with some of our synergies. Well, actually, hold up. Can be put into your graveyard. Crawl from the cellar has... We have quite a bit of flashback cards. Maybe Larder Zombie is the solution, but we're going to just do this for now. Keep it safe. 5 mana, 3/4 with 2 zombies and a exile trigger sounds fine. Maybe I put in that book for drawing and Icy Manipulating. That might be a good decision, too. Nonetheless, 17 lands is correct for this deck, because we need to make sure our colors are right, and we need to make sure we have, like, we are flashbacking to big stuff, so. Big costs. I just realized with Root Coil Creeper, I could actually block a creature, tap it to add 1 mana of any color, to no avail, but to allow the, that 1 card to turn my creature into a Death Toucher. Alright. We have Morbid Opportunist, No Way Out. And then we have a Shadow Beast. So yeah, we can No Way Out on turn 3, Morbid Opportunist attack to get ourselves another card draw, to get ourselves the land we need. If we get enough blue, Leer becomes a, yeah, if we get some blue, Leer becomes a way to No Way Out again, to just close out this game, basically. Alright. So, and with Morbid Opportunist, we get another card draw, so even though we're in a bad spot land-wise, we are not missing our lands. We might not miss our lands. So they have to discard 2 cards, which could be costly for them. We do not know their situation. And we get play Morbid Opportunist, attack in to get the Sacrifice Outlet. Ominous Roost gets to block the Vampire Interloper. Good things. Good things. All good things. Ooh, they had to discard an Organ Hoarder. That's unhealthy. Alright. That's a good card for them to get. This fact that did they just draw it? I'm wondering why they didn't put a Disturb card down first. Alright. I might just Shadow Beast Sighting, wait till next turn to Morbid Opportunist. Yeah, let's prevent the Overwhelmed Archivist from swinging in for free and give them a threat to deal with now. Alright. Start with this. That's okay. Creature dies. Yeah, that's not the draw I wanted. This was a threat we knew could happen, that we just don't get the lands we want. Just wasn't expecting it to happen as it did. Alright. Urn Hoarder. They only lost lands. Siege Zombie, that tells us very little. Alright. I can attack here. I could duel for dominance on next turn using Morbid Opportunist to... I could just duel for dominance now. Target creature I control, target creature I don't control. Or... yeah, I like that. Creature died, draws me a card. Thank you. So now I actually have a Death Toucher. So if they attack in, I get a Death Touch block, and then I get another zombie to draw more cards to hopefully cycle through my deck. Morbid Opportunist acting as an engine. Honestly, yeah, I have so many engines. But I have... I need to get the right colors of mana. Yeah, I'm okay trading the Hobbly Zombie for even the 2-3, because... anything, basically. Alright, they took my duel for dominance. And yes, I will be blocking with a 2-2 if they attack with a 4-2. Will I block there? Yes, this draws me a card. And then it draws me another card when that swings in later. Yep. Ominous Roost, Root Coil Creeper, or just Lord of the Forsaken. Well, we're going to draw a card first. Each turn I get to use that trigger. Alright, I could Burdenmire and Ominous Roost, or I can Root Coil Creeper, Pestilent Wolf. Yeah, no. We're going to just play 6/6. They attack with all, I'm assuming they're trying to kill the Lord of the Forsaken. Man, if I draw an island here, I get to play No Way Out off of the Lear. Yeah, Lord of the Forsaken would allow me to play No Way Out with Lear, which would rip out his hand. Alright, I had to Fading Hope the Lord of the Forsaken. That's okay. Definitely going to take some damage this turn. I will block the Diagraph Horde. This Blade Stitch Scab is actually being an issue right now. Yep. Really, should have attacked. They should attack with all. Definitely blocking there. Taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Alright, we're going to play multiple creatures this coming turn to make sure something like that can't happen. This thing is going to try to fly over us, but it's only a 2/1 versus 4. So we can... yeah. So Burdenmire plus Timberland Guide, or... yeah, I think so. So Burdenmire plus Timberland Guide, turn Timberland Guide into a 2/2 so it could block the Organ Harvester. I think that's the play. Otherwise, I could play this. Oh, I could play Burdenmire with Ominous Roost, but then I can't kill the Organ Hoarder. Okay. How about I just Burdenmire and Root Coil Creeper, Pestilent Wolf? Yeah, I'm going to Burdenmire and Pestilent Wolf, I think. Alright. So Burdenmire could block the Archive Haunt. Pestilent Wolf could block the Organ Hoarder, and Morgan Archivist can block the Blade Stitch Scab. Oof, and this is exactly why this card is insane. So now, I think if they attack with all, they win. Because I cannot block in a way that doesn't prevent 3 deaths. Yep. The only way to block Archivist Haunt is to block with a 1/4. That kills it. Then they attack with a 2/3. 1/3, that pump. Yep. Good game, man. The Dreadhound was necessary for their win. Oh, yeah, and they could have discarded a creature, possibly. So, yeah, this is the only block I could make, and 3 creatures die in the process. And yeah, every creature I didn't block just dealt more. I miscounted. I'm not dead. Alright, how do I go from not dead to winning from here? Like... alright, well, it starts by playing this guy. So if they attack with a 2/3, I actually have to block with my 1/4. If they attack with the Dreadhound, I block with the Lord of the Forsaken. Top. Yep. And I think that won them the game. Yep. Darn. Yeah, Dreadhound just does so much. Dreadhound just does so much in this format. Oof. Because, yeah, first of all, it's a 6/6. You know what? I'm going to put... I keep messing with this Dreadhound, trying to think if I want it. Yeah, I want that. I want to remove the Ominous Roots. I just could not find an opportunity to play it. Not only have 2 blue, but we have less islands. I might remove Lear for a Mysterious Tome. Something to make it more acceptable, but... Yeah, because Lear never found an opportunity to get played. So this might be the card we cut. If we cut it... Yeah, no, my deck's strong enough without it. And we need more consistency. To help leverage our additional space, I'm going to grab the Mysterious Tome. That's going to be a top end. Just more card draw instead. So now we're splashing 2 blue cards. And, yeah. Might drop an island for another swamp. But I'm going to just leave it for now, I think. Nah. Yeah, Lear was too ambitious, I think. It's just there were so few blue cards that having a double blue is just not something I can manage. Alright. Alright, we have Root Coil Creeper into a Path to the Festival for the rest of our lands. So, we're going to keep this even though it doesn't look very good. As long as they can't turn 1 kill our Root Coil Creeper, we will have the mana to continue on. Path to the Festival will get us a swamp, even if we don't draw a land here, which we did. Awesome. Do I play Srith instead? There's no 2-mana counter spells in this format. We get Path to the Festival next turn. There we are. I think I attack with Sereth. We'll see how they respond. And if they do nothing, I'm just going to Path to the Festival. Yep, leaving the swamp open. That's what they countered. Alright, perfect. I wanted to counter something not worthwhile, so I succeeded. Alright, Forest. I have Olivia's Midnight Haunt, so I can attack with this one. Oh, I just realized. Root Coil Keeper allows me to play Path to the Festival again. Swamp. And I get a Scry. Mysterious Tome. 1, 2, 3, 1. Yep. We are in a position where we want that card advantage. Yeah, Shadow Beast Stallion is great. Alright. Alright. So we can use Root Coil Keeper to duel for dominance. It will gain Death Touch, allowing me to, and the Death Touch will allow me to kill the beast on the duel for dominance, if that's what I find is necessary. Alternatively, let's see. I could then crawl it from the cellar next turn. Yeah. Silver Bolt. Not enough to kill my creature. Alright. Add 1 mana of any color. Green. So now it has Death Touch. Oh, actually, hold up. Cancel. Cancel. Undo Z. Alright, so here's what I'm going to actually do. I'm going to block like this. Then I'm going to tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Green. To duel for dominance, so that Seraph can kill the Organ Harvester. And then this is still a 2/2 Death Toucher. Alright. This is creatures or land. Alright. So I could crawl from the cellar to bring... Oh, hold up. Cancel, cancel. We have a zombie. Let's use the zombie. Let's put a counter on the zombie. And this is... that target non-land permanent. Okay. We have 2 hexproofing creatures and Seraph. Awesome. Figuring it all out. Getting myself back to position. And we have a card advantage in now. And we have all the mana we need for anything we want to play. If it's good, solid. Where are they bringing back to their hand? I can't tell what they're targeting. I'm assuming it's one of the beasts. Yep. I want my card draw. Darn good reasons. Oof. If I force them to use Silverbolt, they can't play the Shadow Beast Sighting. That is my argumentation. And if they use their Silverbolts, they're tapped down. Because, yeah, now Silverbolt is a kill spell on my creatures that don't have hexproof, but they have 6 health. Shadow Beast Sighting costs 4. So, yeah, they need to play another card like Shipwreck Sifters here. Alright. If they don't give it a pump, they're still in trouble. Just discard their Shadow Beast. Makes sense. They didn't... I just realized Recoil can act as mana of color, but they have to do it in response to me attacking, basically. And I could, in response to them triggering the Silver Bolt, untap with Seraph, which basically means they've succeeded in making it so I can't attack with Seraph as long as Silver Bolt is up. Alright. Shall I tap down the Shipwreck Sifters? I could tap down the Silver Bolt, and when I attack in, they have to block poorly. Or I could tap down... Let's see, I could tap down the Shipwreck Sifters, attack with these two. Wherever they tap to Silver Bolts, I untap. I'm gonna be cautious. They have 3 mana left over. They have blowout potential. That's all. I am happy trading my Recoil Creeper for yours. Yep, knew it. Now it's hexproof. Bam. That's exactly what I was playing. On a void. On a... Basically take it care of. Alright. I could crawl from the cellar that again, if I want. You know what? Why not? Throwing them from 17 different paths. They play a card. If it's Shadow Beast Sighting, I'm just gonna freaking tap it down, and kill him. Mysterious Tome. Just trying to draw a card to save them. That's the only thing I could see them doing right now. Yep. Just when you get into a good lockdown position, you're good. And just seems like I didn't need... I had too many cards to help me when I'm in this lockdown position. I just need cards to help me get there. So, add more cards to help me get there. That's all. It's funny, I have 2 Dreadhounds and the Mythic Pit Lord, and yet those guys don't even see play. It's the 4-mana green rare that's been causing these games to be victorious. And it makes sense. That rare is... It's one of those cards that are good for limited, and then was pushed because it's not good for standard. And I'm pretty sure it got pushed, so, very good card. Very good card. Anyways, we still need to get at least one more win before we can consider this a successful run, but hopefully that's not too hard. 3-color decks are always scary because you don't always know if you're going to get the 3rd color when you need it. Having like 4 cards that help us splash a little bit is pretty nice. The fact that one of them is of the off color, though, is a little... I mean, it's worked every time I've had it. Alright, we have Olivia's Midnight Ambush for their play. We have a Path to the Festival the next turn to get ourselves a blue. It's a slow hand, but it's a playable hand. Renin and Marl. They are gold, so it's likely that they have a good deck. So generally, the way you can tell whether or not someone has a good deck is by whether or not their ranking is above or below you. If they're below you, assume their deck is better than yours, and you have to play better. Oof. I have a feeling that Renin just realized it's taking a while for games to start, and therefore... Oh, they had to... They are down 1 card. Lucky me. They play a creature here. Yep. Like, Pestilent Wolf or Mysterious Tome? I'll keep the Pestilent Wolf. No, I have another Scry, I have another card draw. I have enough options that I don't think that's the correct play, actually. If it was still the early game, I could see it, but it's not the early game anymore, technically. 3-4 to stop that, or just Mysterious Tome draw cards. I could also just Path to the Festival, get myself my 7th land, and then I could Sereth and hold up some solutions. Oof. Sereth seems like the cautious to a fault play. This is probably a mistake. Just before anyone says so, yeah, this is probably a mistake. Don't need lands anymore. So with this, I can now Mysterious Tome, draw, I could... Like, they're only threatening 1 damage. It is kind of sad to weaken my curve like this, but... Like, yeah, if they end their turn... Alright, search for a captain. Now I set Earth. Or I could Diagraph Horde. Let's see, Sereth plus Mysterious Tome. Mysterious Tome, draw a card. Do nothing. Alright. Yeah, I think it's going to be Sereth and Mysterious Tome. Now, I could do that on another turn when I need to prevent I'm just going to exile 1. I'm not going to bother exile Bernemeyer. I already stop it with a 3-4, and I stop the 2-2 with a 3-4 as well. I'm okay losing my Diagraph Horde to some sort of combat trick. I got my 2 decaying creatures. I force out a combat trick. I'm going to be winning the late game very soon with a few options. That I will eat alive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. They have a combat trick. I just want them to play it here. I want to force the combat trick now instead of later. Yep, there is Flare of Faith. And this prevented more damage. All there is to it. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I can still eat it alive. Wait, can I Seraph and still eat it alive without... No, no. We're going to start by drawing a card then. Do I Morbid Opportunist or do I kill the Hound Tamer now? I have card advantage and let's prevent theirs. There we are. Next turn, Morbid Opportunist plus Seraph is going to just make a hex-proofing card advantage value engine, and then I could tap down their creatures. It's going to be pretty fantastic. Alright. Yep. Give my creatures hexproof. Next turn I can tap down. Go. Got all my engine. There we are. Now we have a win condition. That was the one thing I was missing with this engine. A win condition. You excited for the Nintendo Direct coming tomorrow? I am. And because of some prior commitments, I will be missing it. Which is sad for me. Candle Trap. They still need another creature. Let's see. Give it Defender. They still have to, you know, spend the mana to kill it. They still need to make the Mystic Skull to a card. If I tap Chilling, Mystic Skull, they're just going to flip it. We'll allow it for now. I'm going to tap the Mystic Skull, force them to transform it so that I know there's no combat tricks. If they allow it to tap, I'm not blocking. Well, yep. Alright. If I could get a kill spell for the Mystic Monstrosity, that is better right now. So... see, I have enough to play that and Dreadhound, so... Coil Creeper. Nope. Alright, well, let's get the Dreadhound in. Well, 2 creatures. This is to untap another target creature or land you control. Alright. I'm actually going to attack with Morbid Opportunist. I can untap it with Seraph. When they try to Coven exile it. Hexproof 6/6. Scary, ain't it? Whew. Did lose my Lord of the Forsaken. but I have a reanimation that is itself. Alright, they have a kill spell. That's why they're highlighted over Dreadhound a lot. At least that's my guess. Other creatures. They have a combat trick of some sort. They would never do that if they didn't have a combat trick of some sort. And it's a smaller combat trick. Alright. I'll take 6 damage. Or I'll take 5. But yeah, I think they have another Flare of Faith or similar combat trick. Alright. Knew it. They have to Coven, sacrifice to stop this. And while they can, or they could just make a mistake. But yeah, they have Coven. If they just sacrifice Sereth, they force me to exile Sereth, they could have still killed the Dreadhound. So that was them making a mistake. And my god, it's going to cost them. Oh man, it's going to cost them. Yeah, I'm not playing around a board clear. Even if I do have Shadow Beast aiding. And Chilling Chronicle. Yeah, I have so much that even if they have a board clear, I'm in a great spot. And they no longer kill that with Candle Trap, which just puts them in an even worse position. And they just give up. We know one of their cards was a combat trick. Like, we just basically had them red. Alright. 3 wins. That's our minimum. We made it. And those 2 blue cards we're splashing in are worth their while. Add in that ramping is actually good for my deck, and the Path to the Festival becomes very good. That I'm already splashing a color. Like, yeah. Yeah. I might switch out with Swamp for a Forest, because I just realized my forests give me 3 different sources of splashing colors. So that might be a change I make to the deck. But right now, we committed it to queuing up. Let's queue up properly. Alright. White clowns. Well, just don't be a clown, I won't get wiped. Alright. If I didn't go first, I might keep this hand, because I am 1 land away from No Way Out. That would be 2 plays, but as is, keep 6. Alright. Keep moving. Voldaren Steiner. Alright, we're facing an aggressive deck, and we had to mulligan. Those are 2 very bad fates to happen. We are going to be playing Birdemire because the 1/4 is a better body, especially with Vampire Interloper in play now. And if they manage to kill my Birdemire, I could instead Hobbling Zombie and crawl it from the cellar immediately. Or I could Shadow Beast Sighting. Yeah, I have options. They might attack with both just because the cost of me losing life is more valuable. I'm going to assume they have Olivia's Midnight Haunt and therefore block the Voldaren Steiner if they attack with both. If they attack with just the Vampire Interloper, I'm going to make them have it, because the odds of them having a vampire that takes advantage of me taking damage is high enough that if they have both, I'd rather them spend the removal. But we are facing an aggressive deck. Every action I take should be to reduce aggression. Right now, this Birdemire is fantastic. Probably will just play Crawl from the cellar. And So that's a late game win condition that they have there. Unfortunate for me. The only fortunate thing is I get to block and kill whatever attacks with it. Curse of Leeches. Alright. Suddenly they became the control deck. I just want you to imagine for a second that they just became a control deck. They have the most aggressive 1-drop to the most aggressive 2-drop, and then they go they are now a control deck. It's a little annoying. Yeah, they have so much life gain now. If we let them transform to night, giving this thing flying, just... great way to kill myself. Man, Recoil Creeper can give us an additional Shadow Beast sighting, basically, by exiling itself. That's really cool. I put them in a... So it's kind of funny, because I put them in a tough position, but I'm in a harder position. So it's like, I'm saying, hey, solve this awkward situation. Oh, you solved it? Well, I guess I'm ruined now. But... Alright. Yeah. They're going to equip the Flame Blade Brigand, and there's nothing I can really do. That's my guess. Definitely attack with this one. I'm just wondering if I'm attacking with this one. I think the answer is no. Please block that. Please, sir. Block like that. Alright, with that land, I can no longer block the Faneblade Brigand. They're going to life gain their way out of whatever situation I put them in. And... I think this game is over unless I find one of my big old 6-mana demon. Dreadmare might solve the situation, but I think I'm basically dead right here, right now. If I block the Burdenmire, they just give it first strike and kill my creature for free. I'd rather take 3 damage. And they're still gaining the life gain, nonetheless. Oh, God. I did say the only way I could still win is if I draw a card like that. So, feel pretty good about drawing that card. This thing has Menace. Yeah, I think I have to attack like this. And... So here's the question. Do I think they don't have enough... So they don't have any Disturb. Do I think they have solo flashback that can mill them out with Lord of the Forsaken? I could pay 6 life and play Shadow Beast Sighting. That's hilarious. Alright. Let's see the combat tricks, everyone. Oh, that was a very bad block on my part. Sacrifice another creature. Alright. Can I add a mana to sacrifice a creature to deal with some situation? I mean, I could sacrifice to make them mill 3 cards. I think it's gonna be... Yeah, it's better if I just mill myself. Oh. At least I got their Dreadhound out. That's not exactly... I'm not in the best situation. I think my situation actively got worse. Yeah. I think my situation actively got worse. Once they get one more land, they can start attacking with Faneblade Brigand with no issue. I need to block somehow. Do I just block with Bird Admirer? Say I'm going to have a blocker for you later? They could kill both. If I double block here, they kill both. No. If they double block, they spend their mana to pump damage. I'll force them to spend mana to pump damage, and then I will, then they will transform into their other sides, which will allow Bird Admirer to be a bigger body, even if I don't like it. Yep, we knew that was happening. Nothing I could really do about it. We are in such a bad position, just because of that Faneblade Eviscerator. Getting Mask of Grillland plus Faneblade Eviscerator, just eating us alive. I think they attack with all. Yep. Alright. Let's talk about blocking. Yep. So the 5/2 can be blocked. So the 4/4 gets blocked with the 6/4. They're all tapped out, so I think we actually block like this, and we take 10 damage. Doesn't work. And we block like this. We'll take 6. Alright, we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still taking lethal. We blocked as much damage as possible, and we're still taking lethal. No. Yep. Well, not much I could have done there. They had the better startup. Mask of Gristlebrand is just so strong. Mask of Gristlebrand is just so strong. Especially in Limited. So, not much I could really do to beat that. Because, yeah, once they played Mask of Gristlebrand, once I had no response. Alright. I got my colors already fixed. I have a 2-drop, a 3-drop. If I draw more lands, 4-drop, 5-drop. Obviously card quality could be increased, but when it comes for curving, this is, like, the perfect hand for this deck, I think. Alright. Alright. I think I go with more aggression. Alright. Hey! Good choice of colors. I like it. And they can flash that back later to act as their aggression. I need to just keep applying pressure then. Wow. Let's see if the birds work. Well. Oh, I'm happy with that. Play another Shadow Beast sighting. And now we get Threaten Lethal on this guy because the birds don't block grounded creatures. So they can't play Path of the Festival. Yep. There we are. Always nice. Always nice. Path of the Festival is nice if you get a slower game, but I do like how they had basically the same deck, just with the cards that I basically said weren't worth it, they said were worth it. I think that's kind of funny. I'm trying to think if there's enough cards for an Ominous Roost constructed. I think the answer is going to end up being no the more I look into it. It would have to be like, yeah, it would have to be Sultai. There's definitely a lot of cheap flashback cards, but I have no 2-drop, but I have a 3-drop. I have the best 4-drop. I have the 6-drop. This is a bad keep, but yeah, it's a bad keep if they're aggressive, which it seems they are. So I mean, if they pump Snarling Wolf, that means that they're not applying even more pressure, which is a positive for me. So, as bad as that is, I'm happy to see it. If they do it again, I'm very happy. Alright, now that's concerning. Oh, okay, just the Birdemire. I can handle a Birdemire. I have one myself, and Shadow Beasts get to walk over Birdemires. Because Snarling Wolf's ability can only activate once each turn, I could actually respond to the ability activation with Duel for Dominance. Alright. So if I play Pestilent Wolf and then play the Duel for Dominance later, I will have... Alright. I get Olivia's. Right, so I'm going to start with Pestilent Wolf. I can choose whether I want Olivia's or Duel for Dominance. I'm going to play one card. Next turn I could block. They pump. I respond by pump kill. They're leaving their mana open. I'm going to wait for them to make the next move. I'm alright with it being midnight. Right now, they're only mono green. Chances are they're going to show us another color soon. If they Duel for Dominance something, I could respond to the Duel of Dominance with my own Duel for Dominance, which is great. Alright. They're going to Duel for Dominance now. And this way, I don't get blown out from the Duel of Dominance. Oh, clear shot. Even worse than Duel for Dominance. Alright, well, I kill it still. And that's the important part. Alright. I can play another Shadow Beast sighting. If I Duel for Dominance, turning this to a 4/6, that doesn't actually help the situation. I could Eat and Alive this. And then continue attacking in. Or start attacking in, I guess. They only have 1 mana left open. We know there's no combat tricks to worry about. I think this just develops my game plan in a much better format. But this is just... yeah. They're going to play a bigger creature. Torsionist Troop. If they literally made it cost 1 less, they wouldn't have to... These decisions, man. Alright. So I could Duel for Dominance, kill that, and turn this into a 5/5. Or I could just Eat and Alive this. I could Dreadhound, just make myself a big scary threat. Yeah, I'll kill Contortionist Troop after it starts actually getting triggers. But first, select like this. It can get Death Touch, so they're not going to block. Alright. Lost a good card in the Morbid Opportunist, but I got a 6-mana 6/6 and took out 2 of their health. Right. And this is why I kept the Eaten Alive around. Perfect. See how they block. Double block there. Perfection. So, let's see. How do I want to duel for dominance? I could duel for dominance to kill the Ween Shredder. Yeah. Target creature I control, target creature I don't control. And now we get to kill the Contortionist Troop in the process. Awesome. It does turn it back to day, so the Birdmire is not as strong, but also means if they get any other werewolves, there's no benefits for it. Yep, we have Shadow Beast sightings out the wazoo. And we get attacked with the Pestilent Wolf first, and it's actually correct to block and let your creature die in the process of blocking Pestilent Wolf because it prevents me from playing Shadow Beast sighting. Alright. 5 wins. The minimum where you count it as an absolute success. It's still a success at 3 wins, but at 5 wins, it becomes an absolute success. It's the difference between winning enough gems to make it worth the while versus winning enough gems to afford an additional one while making it worth a while. Alright, our first place turn 4, but it's the best turn 4, followed by a good turn 4. And I really don't like mulliganing in Limited. I really don't like mulliganing in Limited. Because the difference between Constructed and Limited, Constructed you can kind of think of, what is our game plan? How do we solve the game plan given the cards we have? Limited, it's kind of just defined by who has the most cards at the end. It's either you're the aggressor, or it's the deciding factor of who has the most card advantage. Mulliganing basically says, hey, they could be the aggressor, and I'm not really gaining more card advantage in the process. I probably should have played a land first. This is cool. By playing the island, I scare them to think I have a counterspell right now. Alright. So Black-Red really wants to be aggressive, so the fact that they're not probably hurts them a lot right now. I'm going to play this so that no matter what they do, they're probably in a bad spot. Do I just crawl from the cellar of the Pestilent Wolf? No. I have Seraph to crawl back. I have a Deathhound, Dreadhound to crawl back. I have options. Oof. Static Awakener. That plus Silver Bolt, I'm assuming, is going to try to kill my beast. This guy, Lobot, they're a higher rank. Oh, I had to eat a live Seraph. And that exiles, so I can't actually respond how I want. Alright. Well, let's start by ripping out your options in the hand. I want to make any combat trick you're considering hard to consider. Alright, draw from the cellar. And a land. Their only card to bring back is a Static Awakener. Alright, where's the last bit of damage coming? Alright, got it. There we go. Alright. Why not? There we go. Oh, so there's all my lands. Yeah, I don't see what they could possibly draw to save them. The second Dreadhound is going to just tear them apart. Whew. There we are. 5 wins. Or is that 6 wins? That's 6 wins. Well, we are actually making it to the last game, everyone. Who would have thought? I mean, this deck was pretty good. Not too surprised it made it to the last game. I have to mulligan this. No playables. Rely on me drawing a black land in... I have 3 draws at it, but relies on me drawing a black land, and then the next turn I need to draw green. Alright. Oof. Alright, pump itself. So I will play the Morbid Opportunist if they have a creature this turn that can block the Tipperland Guide. Alright. Well, one that could block and kill. I'm going to start by actually making them discard now. Well, they don't have card options. Alright. Geist Wave and a Swamp. So they have lands taken care of. Do they counter? Do they have a counter? Because if they have a Devious Cupper up, this is where you play it. I'm not going to attack this turn. Fenestrate. Yep. Alright, it has to be a creature, so I don't have to worry about the Evolving Wilds crack. Oof. Get another green land. So they're the control deck, and they've cemented themselves as the control deck quite effectively. I have to play this first. They might have a few different counter spells. Tipperland Guide attacks easily. If they have another Defenestrate, they're in a very good spot. If not, this is a 2/2 Death Toucher attacking in each turn. Did they not realize it has Death Touch? That would have been really good if they didn't realize they had Death Touch. But yeah, it looks like they just have a lot of kill spells, and I have a lot of lands. Well, actually, they have a lot of lands too, so I can't even say that really. Well, if they ever attack in with a Morbid Opportunist, I get Olivia's Midnight ambush it. So if they attack with both, like, yeah, if they have a combat trick, I'm not too... Unfortunately, I have to do this now, but on the non-Morbid Opportunist, but like, at least I pull the combat trick out of their hand. They don't have enough to disturb it. Bottom. That's actually good for me, because now they didn't have anything die. Alright. Let's try and get Diagraph Horde. I'm going to take out their removal spells. Alright. The cage gives them the card advantage. So they do have card advantage despite me getting this guy, but at least it's not going to be permanent. They still have enough to counter. Oh god. Yeah, they just suddenly got all their engines online. Fenestrate and then Infernal Grasp, just in case they have a devious cover-up. I can tap their Organ Hoarder. I'm trying to figure out Zombie or Noble, which one's better to have. Noble's better to have alive, I think. So the Organ Hoarder has the Crawl from the Grave that it could. But then if I kill it... Yeah. Alright. Oh, they just... Play it straight. Man, love drawing only lands. Well, this was a... I will state this. They have a very strong... They have a strong deck. Gain the Morbid Opportunist and... How many kill spells? Like... They have a powerful deck. A good control. And then they also... Like, if I'm going to get to the lands, I want to happen on a turn where I'm not... If I'm getting land ruined, I want to happen on a turn where... Or on a game where it doesn't matter as much. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, let's just play it. It's a good one. Yep, not much I can do about that one. I tap down the Morkut Behemoth. Better to take 2 damage, than take an additional damage, than to give them a creature to bring back with flying. As well as letting them draw a card. Alright. I'm going to leave this land back. They might actually think it's a card and not attack. They are definitely attacking slowly. If they just swing in with all, I think they had lethal in a few turns. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, kind of. Well, I'll go with 12. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Well, that's okay. If you're going to get land flooded, it's good to happen on a game where the enemy just has a stronger deck. I might have been able to beat that with another hand, but like, do keep in mind that was, you know, Defenestrate. That was a foul play there. Organ Harvester, like Morbid Opportunist on turn 3. 2 kill spells I had to exile, plus the Morcut Behemoth, and we only saw there was still a quarter of their deck or so to see. So it's possible that this isn't the end of their strength. The Flyers they could have exiled my flying blockers. Like, I will state the land sucked, but that wasn't exactly a free win, to put it simply. Alright. Well, let's check out our packs. Alright. Vanquish the Horde. This card, a lot of people have been down on it. I think it's... So here's the main draw of Vanquish the Horde in my mind. It is is critical mass. Yes, it's a bad kill destroy all creatures spell, but we have this, we have Doomscar, we have Ondu Inversion. Like, we can make basically a white deck that destroys everything every turn and then just like plays one indestructible object and wins off of that, basically. Ondu Inversion, maybe we don't play that because that destroys all permanents, but we have basically, if we're afraid of on the board decks, we're reaching just mono white critical mass board clear. Add in that there's like another 12 board clears in black, if you count Crippling Fear, the Butcher Massacre, whatever that one's called, and Blood on the Snow. And yeah, you just basically get to a point where there's 30 cards, where the 36 cards in the deck are board clears and win conditions. Moonveil Regent. So a lot of people think badly of this card because you're not going to be playing like a 3 or 4 color deck. As far as I can tell, the point of Moonveil Regent is you're playing like this sort of thing. You're playing a Hungry for More black-red aggressive deck. This is your top end. You play something like Hungry for More, it draws you 2 cards. Or you discard your hand of lands and flashback cards to draw 2 cards. And then later it dies, and maybe if there's a black and red vampire in play or something, it shocks. It's a 4-mana 4/4 flyer that has upside. That's the reason Moonveil Regent is good, if it is good. Not because it's like some huge combo win condition value engine finisher. It's not a value engine, it doesn't need to be. And I think that's the big part that people don't notice. It doesn't need to be a value engine. Oh, rare wild cards. Always have to get rare wild cards. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful game. Alright. Winter Horde Blessing. If there's a flashback deck, this would be a part of it, I think. It's just very nice card. Adeline, hey. Very strong theme. Note that whenever you attack, not whenever Adeline attacks, whenever you attack. So you make a 1/1 white human, and then that human, like when this comes to play on turn 3, if you had a 2-drop that attacks, it creates a 1/1. And then like next turn if Adeline attacks, it creates a 1, you know, it just keeps creating 1/1s the turn it comes to play. And that makes Adeline even stronger than a lot of people thought it was already. And that's pretty potent. That's pretty darn potent. If you could find things to do with human tokens, which, yes, there are things to do with human tokens, don't you, like, disagree there. So, yeah, that does a lot. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Alright. I'm going to have some water, and we're actually going to go into a second draft. The Key Knight playthrough is going to be very short, so I'm just going to do a second draft. I need 700 XP. I'm getting 25 XP per win. So I would need 12 wins. Yeah, I'm not getting this today. Oh well. And we have quick draft, Strixhaven. Ooh, maybe another day. Maybe another day. All right. Hey everyone. Welcome back to more Premier Draft Midnight Hunt. We just finished a run. Every single run, wow, I couldn't speak. Hey everyone, welcome back to Premier Draft Midnight Hunt. Last time we got another 6-win deck with a 3-color this time. So let's see how this fares again. We have only gotten 6 wins, 7 wins, and 6 wins. So therefore, our streak has been great. We have built Sultai as like a 3-color Golgari plus blue. We built Golgari, and we built blue-white. So, looks like Golgari is probably one of the stronger colors. That's my guess, because at least it's been panning out that way. Alright, Willowgeist, Dreadhound. So here's the theme. Willowgeist is kind of weird to use. It needs support to be a good card. Dreadhound has completely won games on its own. 6 mana 6/6 is a big scary body, and then it has just, as you play the game, they lose life. So, I think I'm playing grabbing the Dreadhound while I can. Dawnguard Warrens is great if you're that color combination. Ambitious, that's even more speculative. Ambitious Farmhand is great if you can trigger Coven. It's a good card. Like, it's a 2-mana 1/1, and the Coven you need to pay a total of 5 mana to get that 3/3 lifelinker. Albeit, 2-drop into 3/3 lifelinker is absolutely fantastic, but not always viable. Again, this card is probably good if you have a lot of ways to make cards leave your graveyard. I'd rather go with Dreadhound. This card could actually make it all the way back around, because even if you're green, wow. Not really many good cards, but if you're green, you probably want the Candlelit Cavalry first. Moonrager Slash being the only red card is really sad. It means that card's not making it around. Alright. Cathar's Call. This is just, you put it on a creature, that creature dies because it becomes too big of a target on its back. Covert Cutpurse. This card has not been playing as I would hope it would play, but that doesn't make it bad. 3 mana 2/1 that then becomes a 5 mana 2/2 flying Death Touch is honestly good enough sometimes. It's not, like, you're going to be playing this as a 3 mana 2/1 way more often than you're going to want to. There's not enough, like, 1/3 attackers. People, when you attack like that, they like, oh, I see it coming. Ian Alive and Olivia's Midnight Ambush are 2 great cards. I'm going to go with the uncommon first. And I don't think there's any of these are coming back around. But, yeah. This is why I like black. It has kill spells. Ian Alive's a great kill spell. Olivia's Midnight Ambush is a great kill spell. We also have a Tireless Hauler, which is pretty nice. A Mounted Dread Knight, which is nice. Search Party Captain is not making it all the way around. It's the only white card. Like, if any of the, like, yeah, there's a lot of these cards are not going to make it around. I think green's going to be open there. Heirloom Mirror. Pay 1 life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card. Alright, so if I have good things when they're in the graveyard, this becomes a lot better. Otherwise, it's... The fact that you only activate as a sorcery makes this card a lot worse, is the main issue. Gavin Silversmith is nice. Silverbolt's okay. I will try the Heirloom Mirror because I'm not ready to speculate into white for a common, basically. Like, this is a really good common. But it's a single common. It's the only white card. There will be one person who's playing white in this entire pack, so I'm not going to be competing with them. There's going to be so many packs where I don't get white. Heirloom Mirror is a nice black card. Let's take it. Sad that I can't take Silverbolt. We're going to see if Heirloom Mirror is good, basically. Wow. Alright. Oof. Centric Farmer, Timberland Guide, both okay green cards. Moorcoot Behemoth, just a 5 mana 7/6. It's pretty awesome. Not as awesome as you'd think it is. The Dreadhound, having that each opponent loses 1 life is a huge theme. Gavany Silversmith is great. Scab Wrangler. Might take the Interloper. Honestly, like, this card does get in. So, it's either Moorcoot... I could just go for the Eccentric Farmer, saying it's just a good card. If Heirloom Mirror is good, Eccentric Farmer is good. Are we just going Golgari again? I mean, in one aspect, why not? I'll just go with what auto picks me, because I'm okay if I end up getting in white, but alright. Tireless Tracker, or so it becomes a 6/6 Vigilance, which is pretty nice. I think at this point I'm going to grab the Centric Farmer. It's just, it basically becomes card advantage. It's a 3-mana 2/3 that gets you a land card. Like, that's basically card advantage. As far as I care, that's card advantage. Unruly Mob's not worth continuing into white. Bat Whisper is... I don't want too many 4-drops because there's going to be a lot of good 4-drops, so I'll rather go with a 3-drop right now. Morbid Opportunist. Alright, well, we're black. We are guaranteed black, whatever the combination comes our way. And here's all the white cards. Interesting. Alright. Well, I think we'll... Yeah, we're not getting this back, I don't think, so we'll just grab the Morbid Opportunist. We know what we want, at the very least. Diagraph Horde just works with a sort of deck. The little zombie tokens works with Morbid Opportunist, works with Cover Cut Purse. Right now I don't have anything, like, things are going to be going into my graveyard, and I don't have anything to do with them. But right now, like, I don't need to worry about that, because all the cards are good as is. Alright. Diagraph Rebirth to bring back my Dreadhound. I think I like that. The fact that Shadow Beast Sighting made it all the way around tells me green is open. Droneyard Amalgam's nice, but I don't have anything to support it, and I've just been loving Golgari. This thing is already getting supported. It likes to be in the grave for Eccentric Farmer and Dreadhound, like... Yeah. Alright. Candlelit Cavalry, Rotten Reunion. The Diagraph Horde made it around. Okay. Sounds good. Timberland Guide acts as my 2-drop. Mounted Dread Knight making it around also says that red aggressive is pretty open, but we're starting with black, and we definitely want more 2-drops. Heirloom Mirror I shouldn't treat as a 2-drop. Silver Bolt acts as a kill spell. Surprised that a common neutral colored kill spell made it all the way around. We'll sideboard the Scab Wrangler. We might end up having the means. Gosh, are we about to be Sultai again? Yeah, we'll sideboard that in case we find a use for it. I'm not playing Duress. Duress just doesn't do as much as you need it to. It can't... Basically, here's the thing. 1, Duress can miss. 2, it doesn't have flashback or anything to give it more support, so at best, it just 1-for-1s. And if you're making it 1-for-1, you... Like, it needs... Like, the thing is, it can even worse than 1-for-1, because not only can it miss, it can hit creature cards with flashback anyways. So... Yeah. Well, we have all the 4-drops we want, and it's kind of funny because black and green are the 2 colors that don't care about 4-drops. So I was thinking, if we're white, we definitely want more openings of 4-drops. Galvany Silversmith, the other Brigade theme, they like their 4-drops. Alright. Eaten Alive or Static Awakener. Both are great in our deck. I think I'm going to grab the Eaten Alive first, because as said, a kill spell is always better first. It could just be played as a kill spell if I don't get my Diagraph Hordes, and it could be played as more than a kill spell if I get the Diagraph Hordes. Might get the Static Awakener later. Red-white. We're basically telling someone that red-white is just way open. Someone gets to be the white deck, and they get to be happy. Alright, I think I'm grabbing Rise of the Ants. Hostile Hotel. We do need a lot of sacrifice outlets for this, which we do have. So, basically, here's my theme. If Rise of the Ants wasn't here, I'd take Hostile Hotel. But Rise of the Ants is here. Rise of the Ants is like... It's 6 mana good stuff into 8 mana good stuff. We're going to grab as many of those Pact of the Wildebeest or whatever it's called as we can. So, we're going to love this card. Alright. Death Bonnet Sprout is actually good with the sort of deck we're building. It's a 1 mana 1/1 that then just starts milling and very quickly becomes a 3/3. And then from a 3/3, it just starts getting bigger and untouchable from your opponent. Later on, we might get a Eccentric Farmer, we might get a No Way Out, we might get a Harvest Heights Sentry just as our 2-drop. Pestilent Wolf or Olivia's Midnight Ambush. I think we want the creatures first. As a Death Toucher, it basically is a kill spell. We need creatures still. So I'm going to go with Pestilent Wolf over the Olivia's, even though Olivia's is a kill spell and probably better in a lot of other situations. Alright. Another Diagraph Rebirth. I think we take it. We already have a Dreadhound, 2 Diagraph Hordes to reanimate with it. Yeah. And Digraph Horde, while it's not as big of a win, it basically pays for itself, making 3 bodies to reanimate with Flashback. Alright. Timberland Guide or Olivia's Ambush. I think the kill spell does beat the 2-drop. But the 2-drop shouldn't be ignored. The Siege Zombie would actually be really good. But I think we're going to get Siege Zombie in pack 9, so... Or pick 9 here, so we're going to bank on that. Heirloom Mirror might not make it through. That's okay. Might have the Old Ways might not make it through. That's okay. No Way Out. Bounding Wolf. Tapping at the window. So it's a question of Bounding Wolf or No Way Out. This does create another creature for Morbid Opportunist. This, so the problem is we don't really have anything to benefit from Daybound, Nightbound. So that makes me want to go with No Way Out over Bounding Wolf. And I thought it was fine when we played it earlier. Taking out 2 of their cards is pretty fun. Pretty good. Alright. Bird Admirer, just blocking creatures with... The reach from Bird Admirer has just shown itself so valuable in this format. We are happy with that Bird Admirer. 10 creatures, 9 non-creatures. Alright. Howl of the Hunt. Flip the switch. I'm going to, again, try to sideboard this Scab Wrangler. We are green. We might be able to splash. And Scab Wrangler is one of those great cards to splash. Alright, Timberland Guide comes back around to give us a 2-drop. I'm good with that. We have no 4-drops. Which means that basically when we find the Spotting of the Wildebeest, or whatever that 4-mana 4/4 is called, we are going to pick it every single time, I think. There's very few cards that we want more than that. I mean, I guess there's... When we're looking at comments, I do not think there's a single card we want more than the Wildebeest Spotting. But when we're looking at non-commons, we have other playables. Alright. Snarling Wolf. Yeah, it's a creature. It's a creature. Might not make it into the final deck, but it's a 1/1. It allows us to pump and makes it hard for them to attack when I have 2 mana open. Alright. I'm just going to slide the Delver of Secrets because I have a deck that I want to make that requires Delver of Secrets. We're probably not going to play any of those. Vanquish the Horde. So we're not splashing double white. We're not playing Vanquish the Horde. Great that we have a destroy all creature spell if we wanted it, but we're not splashing white. We didn't grab any of the splash cards, and we're nearly complete with our deck. So it's just a question of, can we support the Stormkirk Blood Thief? Otherwise, do we want to go with Dawnhart Mentor? Because if we could support the Stormkirk Blood Thief... Nah, we don't have vampires, really. I'm going to try this one. It could end up being a bad card. I would not be surprised if that ended up being a bad card, but I'm okay with that. Shadow Beast Sign, but we got Morbid Opportunist number 2. I have to pick Morbid Opportunist number 2. It's just such a... It's an engine in itself. We have no 4-drops right now. Alright. So remember how I said that might have been a mistake for that first pick? I think that is correct. Necrosynthesis, the problem is some kill spells, you could do it instant speed. Like, if they kill it by, like, reducing its max attack, like with Olivia's Midnight Ambush, or it just dies before it gets into play, like Silver Bolt, Necrosynthesis does nothing, so I'd rather just get a 2-drop. Fleshtaker, Crawl from the Cellar, Evolving Wilds. We'll grab Crawl from the Cellar. We have enough zombies to make it worth the while. Clear Shot, good kill spell. We still have no 4-drops. That is going to be like a really weird point of contention for us. All right. So here's the thing. This is a 3/4 flyer. That's all I am considering when I'm picking this card. I could also just suddenly attack with all of my 2/2 zombies. They're not going to block them because they think there's a combat trick coming. No, it's just Blood Tithe Collector, gain myself a tithe. We'll We'll figure out what we have to do. We have 3 flashback cards. No 4-drops. No 4-drops is the scary part. That is the very scary part. But that actually makes Heirloom Mirror better, because that means I could play this on turn 3, activate it once. On turn 4, I basically activate it, then I don't think we go for the splash. I'm gonna... Well, I mean, I'm still gonna put Vivisection here for the wild cards, because it's an uncommon versus a common. So that's probably good enough. Vivisection, just sacrifice a creature, draw 3 cards, is great in the sort of deck we're playing right now. Alright. Another Timberland Guide. A Stuffed Bear. Oh, 4-drop. 4-drop. Don't even care if it's that good. It's a 4-drop. And it's in our colors. Alright. Do I pick another No Way Out? Do I pick a Might of the Old Ways? Oh, we're definitely not picking that. Alright. Blood Pact in case we need it. I'm going to put it in here, and then we're just going to start ripping cards out in just a bit. Alright, this one's an uncommon. We use it for value reasons. Candlelit Cavalry. Ooh, Pestilent Wolf made it all the way to the end. Wow. That surprises me. Alright. Well, we have a lot of cards to pull out of this deck. 10. Alright. So. We are starting by taking out the cards that we're not so sure. Okay, so we have 6 2-drops. Snarling Molt's not necessary. We're not aggressive enough for it either. I like a lot of the rest of these cards, though. Heirloom Mirror doesn't help us much. We have 1... Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are okay in the graveyard. Might of the Old Ways might miss. 5 cards that are okay in the graveyard. Okay. Yep. We'll take out one of these Diregraph Hordes. That's not really our win condition. Do I take out a land? I do have Eccentric Farmers. Alright. Well, I'm taking out a land. We'll take out No Way Out, because that's not always useful. When it is, it's great, but when it's not, it's not. This is 6 mana to use its Coven. It's a mana sink in a deck with flashback. Nah. Not this deck. I'll drop the Heirloom... Wait, hold up. Heirloom Mirror is my flying. Heirloom Mirror creates a 4/4 flyer. Well, I have a 3/4 flyer. So it's either Blood Tithe Collector or Heirloom Mirror. Which one do I want more? Because this is a bigger body for the same price, but the price is scaled throughout several turns. Alright, I'll do it like that. If Heirloom Mirror ends up just not playing well, we'll pull it out. The fact that it mills a card is just like... It's good value for certain decks, but not ours. 2 Diregraph Rebirths definitely help, though. With 2 Morbid Opportunists, I don't need the Blood Pact. Do I take out the Diregraph Horde, just say the Dreadhound is why I Rebirth? I don't really like that. I need to keep my kill spells. I have so few kill spells right now. There we are. We'll go with that. Not exactly best deck. just it feels like this is just the Golgari jank. Like, it's all the things that make Golgari good, and that's it. There's no rare that says, hey, this is what the deck subsumes around. This pulls us out of the weeds when things go south. There's just cards, and like none of the cards are bad. We do not have a single rare in this deck so we don't have any bombs. We just have a lot of cards that are good, and that is scary, not having bombs. The Rise of the Ants might end up being like our bomb sometimes. Alright, we have a Pestilent Wolf into a Morbid Opportunist, into a Covert Cutpurse, into Pestilent Wolf, into, you know. Do I block, or do I wait until next turn to block? I think they have Olivia's Midnight Ambush. What could they play on turn 2 that punishes me for not blocking? Not much. On turn 3, I should block, but on turn 2, this is fine. Alright, they have a card they need to kill. Next turn I attack with a Pestilent Wolf, Bat Whisper. See how they play it. Stormcrypt, Blood Thief, okay. So I could attack with a Pestilent Wolf, Eaten Alive and Pestilent Wolf, or, you know, I could do a few things. Either way, this Pestilent Wolf is hacking in. I could Bat Whisper. I'm okay blocking to kill. Yeah, and then if I don't block to kill, I Eaten Alive the Bat. Alright, that's good. Morbid Opportunist has not given me a card advantage yet, but I've made it very hard for them to attack in. I will, in fact, block with Bat Whisper if they use their Stormcrypt Blood Thief. Perfectly fine with this. Alright. Well, I got a clear shot now. I could play another Morbid Opportunist, Eaten Alive with a Pestilent Wolf. I think it's better if I attack with a Pestilent Wolf. If they block, I clear shots. Yeah, I'm going to start by attack with the Pestilent Wolf. Well, this is such a weird play. I think it's correct. And we'll sacrifice a creature. Let's exile this. And sacrifice the Pestilent Wolf. Now we draw 2 cards. There we are. Next turn I can actually clear shot into Covert Cutpurse to get a kill. That was scaring me. There we go. We are tied in life. I am winning in card advantage. If they kill a Morbid Opportunist, I draw a card from the other one. So they really don't have any good plays there. Thermal Alchemist is funny because it's like, in most formats this would be a bad card, but in this format it just like has synergy with Coven for being 0 attack. It has synergy with Vampires for dealing the 1 damage. It has synergy with the instant sorcery deck, of course, but also it has synergy with tap because of blue-black's ability to like tap 3 and tap creatures. So it's like it has synergy in all different angles, but it's also just a 2-mana 0/3 defender. All right. Still draw a card. Still draw a card. You're gonna sacrifice their Falcon Wrath Pit Fighter? Yep. Go. And now we turn this game around to my victory. Or at least that's the hope. Yep. Well, simple enough. Morbid Opportunist is an engine. 2 Morbid Opportunists is a very powerful engine. That is all that is. Morbid Opportunist, good card. 2 Morbid Opportunists. You're the aggro once that happens. So the fact that they couldn't aggro me out, the moment I got control of the board, the game was over. Alright. Because the opponent goes first, because I have a kill spell and 3 draws at a forest. I'm keeping it. Also, if I draw a swamp, I have a Morbid Opportunist in its place. But that was the first draw, missed. Second draw hit. Yeah, I think I block with a Timberland Guide. Not this turn, next turn. Yep. There we go. So now they have a Morbid Opportunist they have to kill, and otherwise, if they turn it tonight, I get a Midnight Ambush the Harvest Hide. Otherwise, you just get a block with a Timberland Guide. Yep, have to Moon Razors that. Makes sense. Alright, well the 2/2's keeping the 3/2 at bay. Sad that the did not draw a land, but that's okay. So the land off really hurts. Alright. Yeah, I think I just play Pestilent Wolf and the turn Holy Midnight Ambush. Because they're the aggressor. They are, by all accounts, the aggressor. So I'm going to let them aggress. Lambbolt Harrier just requires too much of a mana sink for them to really support. They kill Opportunist. I get a respond by ambushing, draw a card, and kill a creature real fast. If they respond with... So it's going to turn to night, but they get no benefit because... Awesome. Alright. Gonna... Gonna do it like this. I don't need it to become day. having the clear shots available to me is going to be very potent. I think a Timberland Guide to turn this into a 2/4. They will respawn by Raking Claws. I can respawn by clear shotting. I think that's my play. Nah, I'll just Pestilent Wolf. If they lightning, I get a respawn anyways. And this leaves me 2 death-touching wolves. Which makes it very hard for them to attack in. Alright, if they attack in here, I get a clear shot to kill theirs and just, like, blow them out. Oof. Probably should have targeted the Timberland Guide so they can't Moonblade that, but... oh well. Do I just want to play Diregraph Horde, or do I want to crawl from the cellar the other Morbid Opportunist and just... no, I'm going to play the zombie first. Alright. At this point, I could start... I mean, I'm the control anyways, but I could start actually being the aggro. Which is pretty cool. Okay. I'm assuming they're about to kill my Morbid Opportunist. I then get a crawl from the cellar while playing the Diregraph Horde. These are trades that are acceptable to me. Gets first strike. Alright. So that one lives. And the Death Touch doesn't help. Alright, let's exile some cards from their graveyard. Their Morbid Opportunist and their Moonraider Slash. And I'm going to turn it today as I bring back my Morbid Opportunist. Just to make sure there's no possibility they can get what they need from me. Even if they get their taste of blood, they are the aggressor and they just do not have the pieces for their aggression right now. I believe they mulliganed, that's if I remember correctly, so... alright. Okay. Gonna start by attacking with these two. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna... do that. If they block, I get a kill. Nope. Sacrifice a creature. Sell that. Sacrifice this. Double card draw. Alright. And I'll just bring one of these Morbid Opportunists out of range. I could hide the Silver Bolt because, alright, they have to defend us straight. Even then, draw a card. Go. And the decaying means I still draw my cards. Yep. They just realized there was no way out. I'm just drawing too many cards. I'm doing too well. Alright. Well. First 2 wins. Gotta get to 3. Got to get to 3. Hope to get as many as possible. We have been getting 6-win games, so we are hoping to just keep getting more of those. That's always good. Creep, hostile here. So this card was seen as a pretty good card. Like there was theory crafting around it. In the end, I think what's going to happen. So in Constructed, I think what's going to happen is Field of Ruin is going to start seeing like main deck play to a pretty extreme degree. Sorry, I need to let my dog out. There you go, doggo. But anyways, Field of Ruin will start seeing play to an extreme degree, and that's just a card that's going to force you to sacrifice 2 creatures and then get blown up. We have 1 land. Alright. We have enough lands. Rise of the Ants can't be played, so we throw that back. Eccentric Farmer gets us the rest of our lands. Always unfortunately mulligan, but what's the saying? You don't have to mulligan, you get to mulligan. Like, it's the ability to not have everything go to absolute garbage. So, take it. Alright. Eccentric Farmer. Nice little 2-3, and should probably... Nope. Just mold cards. Unfortunate. Well, I can't block the Ecstatic Awakener. I'm just gonna throw back. Once they try to sacrifice the Larder Zombie, I'll clear shot the Ecstatic Awakener in response. So now I get to kill their creature. I think they still draw a card, though. Yep, they still draw a card. Okay. So I paid 1 card, they paid 2. It was a 1-for-1. Okay. That's a fine trade. I'm happy with this trade. Alright. I did throw back a Diagraph Horde, so let's just pull that back out. Go. The flying is going to be kind of threatening, but oh well. We seem to have more ground pressure. I'm going to start by attacking. Because I might want to discard that swamp with Heirloom Mirror. If Heirloom Mirror was pay 1 light, was discard a card or sacrifice a creature, it'd be way better. Alright. This is the sort of deck where I should be discarding the Covetous Purse now that I think of it. I just realized I played into a counterspell. Flip the switch specifically, yep. Darn it. If I literally... So I was planning to discard that land, and then I realized I could just discard the Covetous Purse. The other side is actually valuable. Well, people make mistakes. Mistakes were definitely made. Alright. Oh. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is unfortunately not enough for this turn, but next turn, Diagraph Rebirth will be online. The Gale Drifter just doing a lot of work, unfortunately, and we have to deal with that. Alright, we're just going to attack with all. I'm okay using the Decay triggers. Alright, let's make sure we play around the counterspell. So we have 5. Even playing that swamp won't be enough. You got another counterspell. Flip the switch. Great counterspell, but not actually saving them here. Alright, if I could draw a non-land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I played that swamp, I would have threatened, what's the card? Yep, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They miss lethal by 1. But right now, if they play another creature, I miss lethal by 1. So those flip the switches saved their butts there. Because if I had the Diagraph Horde, that would allow the kill, and that would allow the block. If they have a good play here, I'm in trouble. Turns out that Heirloom Mirror was a bad pick. I'm probably going to switch that back out for the 5 mana 3/4 flyer. Yes, I'm definitely switching that out. I'm going to attack first. See how they respond. Top? No. Well, Heirloom Mirror, I'd rather have the 5 mana 3/4 flyer. The more I look at Heirloom Mirror, the worse it is, and it's... Well, good game, man. 8 lands, and they weren't off of the Eccentric Farmer. So there was... And I think I also mulliganed that game, so it's one of those things where it's like, the bad luck happened at once. Not denying their deck was pretty good. Using the flips of switches the way they did was very effective on their part. Like, they did some good stuff on their side. Not going to deny that. Heirloom Mirror sucks. We are putting back the Blood Tithe Collector. Alright. Because, yeah, paying 1 life is actually going to be way more costly than I expected. And if I need a... Yeah. Jetin. Alright. Opponent goes first. I don't like mulliganing. We have a 2-drop into a 3. Into hold up 3 mana for Death Touch. See how they respond. Yep, they're definitely... Vampire Interloper has 1 job. It's going to do that job. They have the Occult spell. That's my guess. So I'm not going to pump that up first. I'm going to let them try to kill it. Nope. Alright. I'm going to make another 2/2. I'm not going to lose my Pestilent Wolf as Olivia's Midnight Ambush. They're holding up the mana. I'm not playing into the Midnight Ambush. They're waiting. They're considering. There it goes. 100% chance they had it. Alright. I like this better, because it allows me to keep applying pressure. Eccentric Farmer next turn. Gets me basically 4 draws out of land, effectively. I could then, I will, crawl from the cellar the Pestilent Wolf if I need to. Yep. Start by attacking with both, I think. Yep. I'm happy trading the bait hook for a 1/1. Alright, you have another Olivia's Midnight Ambush. 2 for 1 yourself. Startle, your creature still dies. Give them an oops, I guess. There's my land. Do I have a zombie? Okay. Usually it just skips through that. Alright, well, none of the creatures can block. I attack with both of these. That Thane only blocks one. Blood Tithe Collector makes them discard. They have to... I'm guessing they're going to leave up mana for Flip the Switch. Burdenmire is going to solve that issue pretty well. This is why Burdenmire is good, because of Vampire Interloper and cards like it. Yep. If they play nothing, I'm assuming they have flipped the switch. If they play nothing, they're trying to counter my Blood Tithe Collector. Just 100%. I'm just going to attack with all. Alright. That's fine. Because now I get to play the Blood Tithe Collector. Now their Interloper has trouble attacking. They have less cards in hand. Also, they're still stuck on 3 mana, so they've also been dealing with that issue. Alright. Do I want to attack with these two? Try to apply... Yeah, I like that. I can't find an opportunity for Morbid Opportunist, but that's okay. I'll just keep applying pressure. So. Bait Hook Angler, pull out. And... I'm going to take out the Organ Hoarder, because if they have anything, it's Crawl from the Cellar. Because they need red to bring back instants or sorceries. So... We throw in lethal as far as I can tell. Yeah, the fact that none of their creatures can block really hurts them. No Way Out wouldn't do anything right now, because my guess is that they have cards that are just very expensive stuck in their hand. Like Mysterious Stone was discarded because if they played it, they couldn't really support the card draw. They have some sort of late game finisher in their hand, and they just can't get to it. Siege Zombie. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's blocked. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Currently throwing lethal on board. Go. So even if they take out, they have to take out 2 creatures with this, because 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage is being dealt. So if they take out one of the 3 4s, they didn't even take it out entirely. There we go. And that's game. Kind of unfortunate they made that startle play, not realizing what was going on. Kind of unfortunate they had 2 lands. They definitely got the wrong end of the stick for their deck there. Not going to deny that. Oh well, we take wins where we get them. as I assume they would do in the same way. Always returning the favor. Always returning the favor. And as we just proved, that 5-mana 3/4 is way better than the Heirloom Mirror. We proved that very quickly. On the draw, I'd take this because I only need one more land, and it's really good otherwise. On the play, I need a mulligan for a better hand. This hand says mulligan again, and I refuse. I have 3 draws out of Forest or at a card that's playable. Technically playable. A land gives me silver, even if it's a swamp, land gives me Silver Bolt plus shoot, which will get me, keep me in this game, basically. Alright. I'm just going to shoot it now, get myself the card draw, prevent some counter spell shenanigans. And they return the favor. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. I'll Birdadmire. Blood Tithe Collector, not really. Like, I'd rather deal damage first. And the 1 damage from Birdadmire, they're probably not as scared. They're probably not scared of. So. Yeah, if I attack in, they're certain of my Muramasa. So they're not going to block, is my guess. I'm so... 3-color deck. Also, they have, yeah, some of the new lands. If they block, I transform and then use Olivia's. There you go. Makes sense. They had a Rotten Reunion. Yeah, your hobbling zombie can deal its damage. You have a combat trick for that, eh? Should I play into the... I'm going to play into the combat trick, because I could then Diagraph Rebirth. Oh. Well, I'm really glad I've stopped. I just was like, I could Diagraph Rebirth, but they can Rotten Reunion. Alright. So this is going to become a 3/5. Just by me not playing a card here. Alright. Well, now it's night. Night's good for me. Night's very good for me. Ooh. Let's see. So they have 4 cards in their hand versus 4 cards in my hand. The board state, I would say, is my advantage. Gonna let me block. I plan to block the Oregon Harvester. See you play some card to make that end bad for me. You have 7 mana. Do you have a card? Perfect. Now I blow them out. What, do you have a flip the switch to counter the counter? Well done. Well, now I have to go on the defensive. It is day. I don't have anything worthy enough to bring back. And we're gonna go on the defensive now. I will be blocking the Hobbling Zombie with my Blood Tithe Collector. Alright. Yeah, I blocked this. Diagraph Rebirth kind of sucks with Rotten Reunion in their grave. Alright. Yeah, I forced them to crawl from this. I forced them to Ron Reunion now, I think. I'm gonna start by attacking. I'm so confident that I'm gonna attack. Alright. All their mana spent. Ew. I will block with this if it keeps me alive. I'm gonna bring back the Eccentric Farmer to my hand, because this one will allow me to, this is cheaper, so I can actually play it and do other things. Alright. Lock. Lock. A lot of creatures die, so they either have Moonbolt, or I return the favor very hard. Because they have to kill me this turn, or I kill them with the decay triggers. Yeah, you're right, you can respawn to these. Okay, so the fact that Decayed last in a few games ago, it like had a problem where Decayed when it wasn't supposed to. Alright. Go. We get to play that, Eaten Alive the Diagraph Horde, and that wins us the game. There we go. And this is why Dreadhound is amazing, because like so much of that damage was just Dreadhound triggers. Like there were 3 decay triggers. Yeah, there was. I think like 10 of that damage was Dreadhound triggers, and then it was also a 6-mana 6/6. That's why Dreadhound is so good. Yeah, a Dreadhound and 2 Morbid Opportunists. We have all the uncommon bombs, so... And despite lacking any rare or bomb of that nature, we have so many uncommon bombs that doesn't matter, and that's pretty good. Alright. Opponent goes first. Alright. The moment we draw Forest, we're fine. And the moment we draw other playable, we're also fine. This isn't the most fine playable, but we just got Pestilent Wolf anyways. Alright. I'll play the Eccentric Farmer next, because it blocks the Siege Zombie effectively. I want another Forest. End the turn here. You going to defenestrate the Morbid Opportunist? This is during my... Oh. Resume turn. We are going to put this on the top, I think? Yeah, I'm okay redrawing the Morbid Opportunist. Alright. Well, I still actually know attack. Okay. Crawling from the cellar, the Birdemire seems like a bad play. Alright. I'm actually going to Diagraph Horde this turn. I know they have a counterspell. Oh, they didn't have a counterspell. Well then. They have a flash creature. Never mind. There's a 5-mana 3/3 flyer flash. I thought for certain that was why they. All right. Oh, they just paid 5 mana for it. Okay. Well, I mean, I think they know what happens next. I draw cards. I'm saving the clear shot in case I need the extra 1 point of toughness. And also allows me to kill their siege zombie on their turn. Or if they have a 3 health minion, it allows me to kill that instead. Yeah, what position are they in that they're taking plays this slow? Alright. Do that, draw myself a card before Morbid Opportunist dies. And do the other Morbid Opportunist. Yep. They just took so many turns so slow. Like, they had all the time in the world. And they didn't. I have no idea what they were thinking, what they were doing. Oh well. Whew. Alright. We have a Eccentric Farmer. We have an Eaten Alive on the back line if I need it. They mulliganed. All good things. Everything I mentioned, a good thing. Man, when about half your deck... I guess statistically, it makes sense that Eccentric Farmer can miss. It's just sad when it misses. Alright. I'm going to wait for them to play a 2-drop. I'm planning to ambush that instead. If they play nothing, I'll ambush this guy just so he doesn't get value later. But yeah, I'd rather take out the siege zombie, actually. Like, I can clear shot this later. Discard 2 cards. Timberland Guide. I think I'm going to discard the clear shot. I discard the land. I'll discard the land. Make sure they get no card advantage there. If I kept the land, I could have Bat Whispered, but then they just get a 4/4. That's fine. That's not fine. Alright, well, we have worst case scenario kill spells. But we really want to get that land again. I assumed we would get another land, and that's why I made the mulligan I did. But he's stuck at 3 lands as well, so... Or, Johnner. I'm going to guess you're a guy. Apologize if I'm wrong. But you're stuck at 3 lands as well. Alright. And this blocks the Vampire Interloper with a little 1/1 bats. Alright. Yep. That's okay. I like that too. So now I have Eaten Alive or Silver Bolt ready for next turn. They do have more cards than me, so once they start drawing lands like they just did now, I'm going to start getting threatened, but... I'd play this now. Alright. We have a 6/6. We have 2 kill spells, effectively. And they have to have a blue card that solves the situation, or they're out. And they're out. Good game, man. Centric Farmer plus Dreadhound is 8 damage. I just Eaten Alive the Diagraph Horde, and I'm good. Yep. Alright. Well, there we are. That's even more wins, guys. I'm not sure. It might just be that I'm good at drafting Golgari, but also Golgari seems pretty strong. Which is funny, because one of the first tips of advice when I was just looking at random people to watch was that green wasn't good in this format. Albeit the Golgari is mostly black, but... it's funny. Well, you can't judge a format until you play it yourself. I hate mulliganing. I have everything plays. Alright, we're facing an aggro. I think we No Way Out before we Morbid Opportunist. Yeah, I'm gonna No Way at them now. Forces to come to tough decisions about land count and such. Alright. They just decided I'm gonna draw more lands. Alright. I'm okay with your ambition. Alright, that tells me they have all more expensive plays. Do I want the Bat Wisp? No, I want the Morbid Opportunist first. Get myself a free card draw. Awesome. Go right ahead. Alright, so I can attack. They're unlikely to block, but if they do, I get to Covetous Cut Purse, and then I still get Timberland Guide. Otherwise, I can Bat Whisper if they don't block. All good things for me. And I could even get this trigger by exiling their Voldaren Steener? Yeah. Seems so ridiculous, but like I'll trade the Roundbolt Harrier for a Bat Whisper. I will. Don't tempt me. Alright, we'll turn this to a 4/3 so they have to tap it down. Yeah, forcing them to discard lands, forcing them to that early on bank that I will draw more lands was a very good play. No tapping down. That tells me I do not attack with a Morbid Opportunist. I'm running into a trap if I do. Alright. Well, I'm drawing too many lands. Alright. They needed the card draw. That makes sense. Alright. I'm glad I didn't attack with the Opportunist. Whew. 4 lands versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, 3, 4. Well, this is obviously me attacking to get my card draw. Will you accept? Alright, thank you. I will take my card draw. And you know what? I'm just going to kill your creature in the process. Can't kill the Gavany Silversmith this turn, but I now have a Pestilent Wolf. They are going to start becoming much more threatening as they gain more cards, but if... Okay. I will block, turn that Cannon Trap into my card draw. Remember, day becomes night or night becomes day. Alright. Let's make a bunch of freaking zombies. And let's take out... Let's see, you're white, so you have red and you have white, so I'm going to take out your instant sorceries. I'm going to take out... yeah. Your creatures, there is a card that could bring them back. Birdemire. Alright. Let's see what combat tricks you have. Turn that into a 4/4 Trample Haste. That into a 4/5. I'm okay blocking with Diregraph Horde. I will double trade. Alright. The obvious play. Do you want to play into another Covert Cut Purse? You did. Surprising. Diregraph Rebirth can be used to bring back nothing of significance yet. We'll end the turn here. But yeah, I just have so much card advantage now. They do have some great creatures in play. Cannot deny that. But I have a Diregraph Rebirth in the grave, a Crawl from the Cellar in hand. Ah. Well done on their part. There's only one card to take. Just... Not the Diregraph Rebirth. Shocking. Go. Alright, well this Dreadhound's going to just start swinging in, and I'm going to use Diregraph Rebirths to bring them back. Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, Haste, Flying. Alright. No blocks this time. We're going to attack with Dreadhound and Diregraph Horde. Diregraph Horde can exile that if they kill it. This guy kills something in the process. Alright, Diregraph Rebirth, or Crawl from the Cellar, exile that. I'm going to Crawl from the Cellar because I saw... Okay, let's see, I have 5, 10, 11 mana. It's 6 and 6 either way. Alright. Don't control any zombies currently. Angel Fire. Candle Trap. And I could crawl from the cellar something else if I want. I'm gonna crawl from the cellar a pestilence. Nah. I have so much mana. Lock with Burning this time. They keep losing life. I keep drawing cards. Yeah. They have to kill my Dreadhound, or just the life loss is going to kill them. I'm not sure if they realize that. There they are. There they go. Do I want to kill the Silversmith or the Sunrise Cavalier? Silversmith. I'm not sure if Dreadhound triggers. Dreadhound still triggers! Hold up. 6 cards in deck. Okay, I can do it in time. I just want to make sure I don't die from this. All these triggers, you know? Diagraph Rebirth. Diagraph Horde. If I bring back the Cut Purse... Okay, I'd rather do this to get the Death Toucher. We're just gonna bring back the Burdenmire. So we have a bunch of these creatures, and as long as a few of them die, we win. Let's turn it right back to my turn. So yeah, I'm literally going to attack with everything except Dreadhound, I think. Because apparently Dreadhound still triggers as expected. Yep, we only had 3 cards left in our deck, guys, or 2 cards. But we pulled it off. Yeah, let's see how many cards. 2 cards left in our deck, 20 in theirs. We just filtered through so much. Gosh, that was so awesome having the Diagraph Rebirths cost 2 mana. But yeah, the Diagraph Horde just exiling their flashback cards when I needed it was fantastic. And we just got 7-1, guys. We just got 7-1 with this deck. Golgari Jank? No, Golgari Glory. But yeah, Golgari just has some good cards. First of all, Morbid Opportunist and Dreadhound are 2 uncommons that are absolute bombs. Diagraph Rebirth, if you happen to get it, just allows you to get your bombs back and then flash back your bombs, which is just an additional level of power. Diagraph Horde is fine, just the 3/4. It synergizes with everything, and it stops their synergy. Bloodtithe Collector was just a good card. Bat Whisperer was just a good card. Burdenmire is just a good card. Eccentric Farmer did fine. Clear Shot is a kill spell. Like, nothing in this deck was bad. This was like, my worst cards were Crawl from the Cellar and Covert Cutpurse. Probably Death Bonnet's Brow, I didn't get play with it enough to know. This was probably a bad card, but, like, everything in this deck was good, and there was no rares in this deck. Always good to see. Wow. 7-1, guys. 7-1. Alright. Memory Deluge. So this is a card that's being a lot of play. So here's actually a funny theme. So it's X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell, is how many cards you look up. So first of all, if you get like an Omniscience trigger, you don't get the trigger, so be careful with that. But the second theme, there's a card called Paladin Class, which increases the cost of cards when they're played during your turn. Like when opponents play them during your turn. If they have that out, Memory Deluge, playing it for 5 actually gives you an additional card looked at, which is pretty awesome. This card is actually really good because of that, and also because of its flashback cost. Also, can I just say the art? It's a story of a mother whose daughter turned into a vampire, and she had to kill her in that spot or else she died herself. Like, it's one of those things of, like, they're living through a traumatizing experience. That's why they're crying out their eyes to the point where you literally just see their eyeballs. Such a beautiful horror of a card. Such a beautiful horror of a card. Alright, moving on. Jadar. This card got me to the 7 wins last time. Just really good 1/1 that just constantly gives you resources, basically. In the sacrificial decks, it just constantly gives you resources. Blood Cooling. Creature tokens get -2/-2 until end of turn, or target creature gets -5/-5. It ends up just being a kill spell. People are playing it. I think there really has to be a token deck for this to be good. Seize the Storm, by the way. I think this card might be a sleeper, because the tokens have trample. If you're playing like a blue-red Izzet flashback deck that I've been like thinking of making, putting like 2 of these in there, these tokens just become giant creatures that trample over your opponent. I think Seize the Storm is a sleeper, but like they need to find the deck that fits around it. Maybe that deck still needs a few cards. Definitely need more flashback. Definitely would appreciate more flashback. But Seize the Storm, I think, is a secret bomb. Alright. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Good, fine enough card. You play it for 2 mana with haste, or you play it as a 5 mana card that's, like, it flashes back a card. Good enough. Good enough. Tolvar, Dire Overlord. This card, when people saw it, they thought they were going absolutely insane. But it's Toski. Instead of indestructibility, it costs 1 less, flips all your werewolves, and gives you good triggers. The thing is, that's insane and limited. In Constructed, you have Toski. I think Indestructible Clause is kind of important. So, unfortunately, that has not been seen the play that wants to see. Though I do think Midnight Hunt will be around when the next set leaves, so. Whenever one or more non-token creatures die, create a 2/2 black creature token. This is only really good if you just have that many sacrifice triggers, where you run out of tokens, you start sacking non-tokens, and then you sacrifice those. And even in those decks, you're spending 2 mana to do nothing, and that might be too expensive. Alright. That much damage to any target. I need to consider that. Alright. Well, we have some decks in Constructed I want to make, and other than that, my gosh, we have learned this draft format. The answer is just draft Golgari. I've played 4 decks, 3 are Golgari. My average win rate is 6.5. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you get to draft Golgari. Alright. Well, that's over with. Let's switch over to Keen Knight. Finish off that story. Oh man, I don't even have Steam open. I do a bit of setup. So we're going to do some setup. I'm going to put on this screen, and we'll be right back, everyone. It's not capturing. Is it still having this issue? Yeah, it's still having this issue. Give me a sec. So I need to shrink it. And then I go to Properties, switch it to Capture a Specific Window. Specific window is Shovel Knight. There we go. Whew. Alright, we'll take a deep breath, and then we pursue in. Whew. Alright. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Keen Night. This is the final mission of the final game. I'm gonna just really quickly see. Nope. Cost me 10. Not worth. Not penalizing enough. Alright. Well, we just continue. We have to get through this area again. What am I doing collecting all of this? I mean, it's good to be completionist, but like I've been through this area already. We know I have to go down. Or at least down is the way to the other area. That was the medal we already acquired. Or one of the medals we already acquired. Alright. So last time we went down, this time we go up. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna get the hammer ready so I can go hit people and get my health back. That was sad. But could you imagine? You're supposed to be dying there. Alright. So what's going on here? Alright. So we wait. We move in. Whew. Got an understanding of what's going on. Whether or not I like it, I can understand it now. Alright. I didn't see any hearts come out. There it is. Cool. Let's see, are you close enough? No. Oh well. Don't need any of the gold, but I don't know, it's just fun to become completion. I will state they made it fun to be completionist in this game. Alright. We'll get the bubble ready, I guess. Alright, well we got all the areas here. Ooh, don't want to get crushed. Yes, I think that would have crushed me. Alright. Oh. There we go. Okay, understand. Alright, there has to be something over there. Yes, sir! Get myself my medals. Show them how worthy I am. In case anyone ever questions it. Awesome. Right, I don't have boss fights, I have just finishers. Unless the boss suddenly pops up. But that means this is even going to be shorter than expected. Well, we just have the finishing with the Keen. Tower of Fate, Lava Well. Just checking. Want to check in case? Alright. Ooh. Get them all fixed up. Who needs a key when you have a shoulder? I could probably have hurt them pretty bad with a hammer. I guess we're coming back up that way. Alright. This one actually will need the bubble, I think. Or we can use this. Aha! Knew that thing was broken. Oh my gosh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed jump instead of... I'm not proud of myself, okay? Alright, so while he's spinning, he takes no damage. Woo. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a gate I had to shoulder bash into. I literally was just so busy, like, focusing on make sure the guy behind me didn't hit. So those guys are easy. It's the claw guys that make it hard. Alright. Let's move quickly. They're predictable, but they're deadly. Get my hammer. Make sure it's ready to patch me up when I need it. Well, they run away before I could hit them with my hammer, which is unfortunate to see. Go. Oof. What's the best way to fight those guys? Let's use these. Alright, get my hammer back. He's gonna spin forward. Ugh. Axolotl! I appreciate your presence, by the way. Because anyone ever questions it, you're a good character. Very happy you're added to this game. So certain I didn't even have my bubble ready. Ah. I love that they just, like, added that character in this last one. Just made it so that there's these big... And they have all this variety in the versions of them, even. Yeah. Alright. 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 Whew. I have full health. Oh, dumb. This cost me 5? Oh, can I not use it while on ice? Is that what's going on? Oof. I do not understand that. Not fully, at least. Let's get this ready. Just in case I need it for these pits. Whew. Do it. Whoop. Whew. All right. Keep it moving. Show off that I have all the medals needed. Tower of Fate, Warp Rat Keep. If this is the end, then... Alright, I can make a guess. And I refresh those, that's good to know. Go. Man, this is one of those cool mechanics that you wish they introduced sooner so they could play around with it more. Like, these warp mechanics are always fun for me. That one is a bit slow, but like... Alright. Oof. Ooh. So funny that it, like, jumped at me and went the other direction. Ooh. Alright. Okay. Got it. Let's get my bubble ready. Let's see how I get back. It would be like so. There we are. No need to kill those guys. Just warp to the next screen. Alright, so that's to get gems. Oh, there. It's all to get gems. Yeah. I land right on the fire guy. Appreciate consistency, nonetheless. Alright. There we go. I saw that and I just didn't execute. Alright. There you are. We're about to get refuel, so not even worried. Tells me this is about to be a bomb. Ooh, interesting. Whoa, that's quite the... Ooh. Alright. No! I don't even care that there's a survival thing right there. It doesn't even matter. Like, there is a checkpoint right there. I will state when I talk about my hatred of bottomless pits, I do not consider checkpoints. But also, like... Ugh. Alright. Keep it moving. I guess this is supposed to get disorienting. I'm just, like, really good at not worried about disoriented situations. Like, I don't know, I played Vertigo with, Rogue Legacy 2, so I think whatever situations they send at me, I can figure out. Oof. A bit scary, not gonna deny that. Oof. Made it to victory screen, and I'm waiting for you to finish. Aha! There we are. Figure it all out. Well, so that's the first wave, which makes me think there's going to be 2 more waves. Or we just reached the Tower of Fate. Well, this is really all it takes for the... Oh, I'm going to shoulder bash. Got it. Why would we shoulder bash through a door where there's a perfectly fine window? Well... Make way for the king, baby. We know how this ends. Or not. Alright. Well, we have another one of those protection ones, so if we end up in that same room as always... We do not. Not exactly. Alright, so that's not held for ad infinitum. Do I just head down? Okay. Easy enough. Bubble ready? Yep. All the merit you need, just in this one corner. Just the ultimate congratulations. Alright. Teach me how these all work, because I'm about to interact with these a lot, I'm guessing. Right now I have to backtrack through this. Awesome. For the checkpoint, which means I need to get whatever tower I need. King Knight, it's impressive you've come this far. I apologize. I've underestimated you. There she is! Follow me! This way! And you've brought your jesters as well. You know, you don't need them. You are the most important one here. Preposterous! We stand together as kingdoms and people, as it should be. Our roots run deep in the waters, and our friendship has hatched and blossomed through respect. Now that I have my own voice, hear me clearly. I'm no king, but your flock flies in formation. I just like how everyone's like, let's work together, and King Knight's... He's like, oh yeah, sure. Which is kind of... That's kind of funny. When sometimes you... I kind of want to talk about that, because sometimes when you just push forward, like, even if you're not considering others, as long as you're not actively harming others, sometimes just pushing forward on its own is a positive. Yeah, just... Like, that's how... I'm not going to launch into that story, but... Yeah, no, it's kind of cool how this whole group came together behind a guy just with a selfish desire, but that selfish desire was towards a positive end, therefore it ended up good. Like... All of these people think we're all this together. Honestly, King Knight's just doing it on his own, and it just so happens they're all together. Under that bravery and conviction lies fear and uncertainty. Who among you is ready to meet their demise? Strike true, King Knight. All of our hopes lie with you. They all just hide behind a wall. I like this. No bombless pits, just actual fighting. Oh, they're gonna turn into... I see. That's the challenge. Yep, now there's bombless pits. Oh, that doesn't break them. That's good to know. Come on up. I wonder if my rats... Hold up. Can you strike it true for me, servants? If I could aim right... Alright. Well, I was hoping my rats could finish it, but nonetheless. You're doing it, son! She's hanging by a thread! Our champion prevails! We're rooting for you, Keen Knight! These are so-called leaders of the kingdom. Ha! The Keen acts, not huddles behind a champion. Shun these cowards, Keen Knight. Cast them off. You are the true Keen. Yep. So this is the one flaw, if you let it all get to your head. Let's twist these false monarchs into something more useful, hmm? Long live the Keens, ho-ho! Probably gonna get the hammer ready. Where's my hammer? There you are. Big ol' crown. Lost my friends! Oh, I can't get health. Well then. Alright. Can I move yet? Okay, cool. It fully healed me. Trying to figure out what I'm trying to do here, you know? What? Ah. Come on. It's like it keeps floating me right into the pits. Ah. Oh well. Don't worry, I can just... Whew. Can I spin top to do this? Let's try it. Nope. How about... I should probably have this active, because, like... Can I throw them up to hit? Ah, come on. Just hold still. Whew. Ah, come on. Well, at least my servants protected me. Woo. Ugh. It's just like figuring out the openings and like figuring out what spells work. The problem is that it's like I hit it once, there's nothing I could bounce off of, so I just have to fall basically once I hit him. But yeah, I like having my servant spell be one of the good spells for this fight. Problem is, there's just certain points where, like, you're in the wrong position, and therefore you're gonna get hits. And, like, you don't know you're in the wrong position until it's already too late. Alright, wait. Okay. Whew. Thank you, my dear servants. Please don't be over. Please give me a healing. Ah. Well. Didn't know what else to expect. Should have expected I'd die for stepping half an inch to the left. Come on. Alright. Yeah, it just feels like... to make it so that this was a tough fight, they had to, like, remove a it feels like they had mechanics in place that they had to remove to make sure this fight seemed tough. Like, it feels like I was supposed to have more abilities than I do when it comes to this fight. Just figuring out the fight pattern. Well, I mean, it's the final boss. It's supposed to be tough. I just don't... like, I hate one of the toughness. Like, it just feels like the mechanics are not working the way they're intended to. And, like, just like you can shoot beams out of nowhere, and just like it feels like that they come out so fast. Maybe I'm just not reacting in time, but just seems like by the time I need to react, it's already too late. And, like, right there, like, I need to get up on those fiends to attack. That, and then hopefully when I fall, it will bring me back up. That's kind of my hope right now. Alright, how do I face this one? So I have to spin off the head, I think. There we are. Well, it introduces me, because apparently... oh! It's a platforming challenge. Got it. So it's just a straight platforming challenge this time. Just gotta figure out the pattern that things are moving, and then you just... there we are. Whew. Well. And was the troop keen in there? Because there's definitely the troop fish. Yes. How do I pull them up? We did it, Key Knight! Her spell's broken! But help, I'm losing my grip! Yes, Key Knight, you have You have proven yourself. Come with me, forget these weaklings. Join my order of no quarter, and rule Plydemore, or keep as its one true king. It's all yours. Just abandon your friends. Ha! He would never! My boy, don't listen to her. You wouldn't leave us to hang here, would you? Here's the thing, Keen Knight. If you're really so prideful, why would you let the Enchantress put you in her order of no quarter? It's your order of no quarter. She's one of your servants. Have you learned nothing about being a king? Please, what would your mother think? Silence! Oh. I hope Mother's happy. Ho ho ho, splendid. My Keen Knight, crown jewel of the Order of No Quarter. Sector Knight did well to bring you to me. Now, Your Highness, what would you issue as your first proclamation? Shred every Joustus card. The King of Cards competition is over. The only crown that matters is mine. It shall be so. The armies of the Tower of Fate prepare to march at this very moment. Now come, Your Majesty. Finally, let us forge a new kingdom in fire. But Joustus was so fun! But Joustus was so fun! Oh, that's how he lost all his scripts! I get it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's why she's stuck. Okay. It's cool how they get these story pieces all put together. House of Joustus. Oh, it starts becoming an armory. Oh. An explosive fad ends. Troop Pond. Oh, it gets escorted into a small little pond. Submerged into hiding. Aww. I mean, I guess it makes sense for the story that he makes a bad choice. It's just kind of sad. You know, Justice was such a fun game. Oh, it just got dropped down there. Oh, but it was actually perfectly timed. So he got lucky there. Tower of Fate. Well. Then hit... Oh, so... Oh, this was during his story, I guess. Fair enough. I'll go... Iron Whale Treasure Knight. Laying claim to the sea. Hey, that's... Okay, I really like how they show... Dude, I really like how it shows that he's the better fighter amongst the two. Like, he's clearly built against it. Oh, he paints the Hall of Champions now. But they needed somewhere to go. Last piece of paper. Aww. Caring for the betrayed. Aww. Is Mother the one that taught the chef then? Here comes the rest of the Order of Quarter. Interesting. And Keen and I just watched from a distance. Please, my boy, please be reasonable now. Oh ho ho! I am through being reasonable. Now I am your king. If you need some coin, you can sweep the floor. Oh dear. What is it that we have created? Where shall I go? Don't worry, you can stay in Key Knight's old room. It seems like he has plenty of space in this big castle of his. But that's my room! I mean, fine, live in the filth of my former home. Don't betray your rats, at least. I have a castle and a kingdom to tend to. I suppose I've lost everything. As long as I behold you, darling, I'm a rich man. Off we go, then. Sorry, your pair of pets are busy guarding my parapets. Can't be running a public ferry, you see. Fine, then. Well, take good care of everything I created here. Yeah, it's... You're gonna find the skinship might not be what you want. Your mother was a great person. I really hope the mother does alright. Her son just became this. Looks like you finally got your kingdom, King Knight. She still has a smile on her face. She still is happy for us. I hope it was all worth it. Mom, wait! Mom! Yeah. Nah. Well, finally, the riffraff, and my mom are gone. Yep. Time to get to work, my loyal subjects. We're about to make some big improvements around here. Well... that was an ending. They have to have a bad ending because it's the prologue to the story, just... I understand he was selfish and that wasn't broken at any point, but it was the degree of selfishness. I feel like, yeah, they didn't really justify that degree of selfishness. That degree... Like, they definitely lost faith in the Enchantress. He could have, like... Oh well. But it feels like the story's not done. Like, with the Plague Knight, he was doing it for something else. For the Spectre Knight, he knew he was the bad guy. He knew he was lost. That, like, the story's not complete with Key Knight, and that's my issue. Key Knight ends that no... Like, I understand he has to end a bad guy, but he could be a more... I thought it was going to be because he was compelled by the cards, but no, he didn't care about them at all. And that was just the part that made it feel weird to me. That's the part that made it just... It's a ending that doesn't sit right with you. I think that's intentional. It's just I wasn't unprepared for it. Oof. Anyways, by the way, thank you all so much for watching. I think this is going to be the last of the Shovel Knight series for... I think that's it for the Shovel Knight series, so... I think we'll be moving on to another playthrough next time. We'll figure out what I'm going to be doing, but if you guys want to see this sort of stuff, I feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate all of you guys down there. I don't really do the selling because it's not really my theme, but when I'm just sitting here doing credits, if you enjoyed the playthrough, like, I plan to keep doing them. I plan to keep doing other things along the way. Things of that nature. So, yeah. Be happy to see you guys around. Do comment. I do like responding to comments when I can. Whew. Nonetheless, we continue. Physics by Box2D. Alright. Tiled Map Editor. ProMotion. So these are just like systems that they have. Interesting. Simple Direct Media Layer. Alright. Total deaths, best haul, total time. One death at some of those things. Alright, so at the beginning we were getting a lot of deaths. And then I think we got our armor, is my guess. That's gonna be my guess. So we got 2 deaths there, Duelist Grave. Yep, so we hit Troopy Kingdom. We now have our armor. And look what happens to our death totals. That's how important not falling into pits is. Alright, we made 1 Thean and Floating Frog Fen, it seems. But just like the distinction in the amount of deaths. when you're playing an action platformer with an emphasis on action, and you get more deaths from bottomless pits than everything else combined. And that's my problem with bottomless pits. And we got 4 deaths from that boss. I will state the deaths on the boss was proper. Alright, we got a total of quite a lot. Time played that took us 10 hours. 96% item completion. 65% card completion. Alright. Well, we got 100% map completion, which is the thing I know people like to see. So, we'll do card completion another day, if we feel like it. I don't think I'm going to go back to complete cards and stuff. It's fun, but if I do that, it's going to be on my own time. I don't think there's much of a visual for that. I noticed there wasn't a speedrun timer for this one. Or maybe I just missed it. Finally, after all my trials, everything is as it ought to be. No fish, chickens, or musicians to bother me. My boots are clean of truple spit, and I've rid my kingdom of every blasted Joustus card. Best of all, my castle is a gleaming shrine of golden opulence, a worthy monument to my grandeur. At long last, I could settle into my throne, and bask in my own perfection. Now I'll be king, forever. So it's definitely a superiority complex. Yep. I love how they show that right at the end there. Ah, that's great. Alright. Well, we do have challenges. I might try those out later, but not right now. All games cleared. Incredible. You've cleared every game in Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. We have a special message for you. Where's the special message? Alright, here we are. One last finale. We, Yacht Club Games, extend to you our heartfelt congratulations. You've completed every Shovel Knight campaign, and that is no easy task. You're an amazing player. Thank you for sticking with it to the end. We appreciate your time and dedication. We'll see you on the next adventure. Until then, please continue to explore, play, and find every secret. These are nice people. I hope for the best with Yacht Club Games. I still hate the pits, but, like, there's still so much good. There's a reason I stuck around for 4 games, guys. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't having fun. Alright. 2013 to 2019. A 6-year project. Wow. Hey! A new title screen! Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.